Hi, welcome to our brand new AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Practice Questions 2022. In this video we are going to discuss all the dummy questions of AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. I am your host Lucas, and let's get started. Question 1. A company is migrating a monolithic application that does not scale well into the cloud and refactoring it into a microservices architecture. Which best practice of the AWS well-architected framework does this plan relate to? And the options are: Option 1, stop spending money on undifferentiated heavy lifting. Option 2, implement loosely coupled services. Option 3, manage change and automation. Option 4, use multiple solutions to improve performance. And the correct answer is Option 2, implement loosely coupled services. Explanation. A microservices architecture will help ensure that each component of the application can scale independently and be updated independently. Loose coupling further assists as it reduces the dependencies between systems and ensures that messages and data being passed between application components can be reliably and durably stored. Correct, implement loosely coupled services is the correct answer. Incorrect, stop spending money on undifferentiated heavy lifting is incorrect. This is not the best practice being implemented by the company. Incorrect, manage change and automation is incorrect. This is not the best practice being implemented by the company. Incorrect, use multiple solutions to improve performance is incorrect. This is not the best practice being implemented by the company. Next question. What can a cloud practitioner use to categorize and track AWS costs by project? And the options are: Option 1, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 2, Consolidated Billing. Option 3, Cost Allocation Tags. Option 4, Multiple Accounts. And the correct answer is Option 3, Cost Allocation Tags. Explanation. Cost allocation tags can be used to tag and categorize your resources and then view the Billing and Cost Explorer and the Cost Allocation Report. For example, you can tag your resources by department or project and then view costs attributed to the resources used by those groups. Correct, Cost Allocation Tags is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Trusted Advisor is incorrect. This service advises you on best practices for provisioning resources. Incorrect, Consolidated Billing is incorrect. Consolidated Billing will give you usage per account but not per project. Incorrect, Multiple Accounts is incorrect. You do not need to split your usage across multiple accounts, you can instead use Cost Allocation Tags. Next question. Which AWS service can a team use to deploy infrastructure on AWS using familiar programming languages? And the options are: Option 1, AWS Code Commit. Option 2, AWS Config. Option 3, AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK. Option 4, Amazon Code Guru. And the correct answer is Option 3, AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK. Explanation. The AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK, is an open-source software development framework to define cloud application resources using familiar programming languages. With AWS CDK you can stick to using programming languages that are familiar to you and have infrastructure deployed using AWS Cloud Formation. Correct, AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK, is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Code Guru is incorrect. Code Guru is used to review code and provide intelligent recommendations for improvement. Incorrect, AWS Config is incorrect. AWS Config is used for configuration compliance management. Incorrect, AWS Code Commit is incorrect. Code Commit is a fully managed source control service. Next question. Which AWS cloud service provides recommendations on how to optimize performance for AWS services? And the options are: Option 1, Amazon Inspector. Option 2, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 3, AWS Cloud Trail. Option 4, Amazon Cloud Watch. And the correct answer is Option 2, AWS Trusted Advisor. Explanation. AWS Trusted Advisor can improve the performance of your service by checking your service limits, ensuring you take advantage of provision throughput, and monitoring for overutilized instances. Correct, AWS Trusted Advisor is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Inspector is incorrect. Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Incorrect. Amazon CloudWatch is incorrect. CloudWatch monitors performance but does not provide recommendations for optimization. Incorrect. AWS CloudTrail is incorrect. CloudTrail is an auditing service.
Next question. Which tasks can a user complete using the AWS cost management tools? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Create budgets and receive notifications if current or forecasted usage exceeds the budgets. Option 2. Break down AWS costs by day, service, and linked AWS account. Option 3. Launch either EC2 spot instances or on-demand instances based on the current pricing. Option 4. Move data stored in Amazon S3 standard to an archiving storage class to reduce cost. Option 5. Automatically terminate AWS resources if budget thresholds are exceed. And the correct answer are: Option 1. Create budgets and receive notifications if current or forecasted usage exceeds the budgets. And Option 2. Break down AWS costs by day, service, and linked AWS account. Explanation. The AWS cost management tools include services, tools, and resources to organize and track cost and usage data, enhance control through consolidated billing and access permissions, enable better planning through budgeting and forecasts, and further lower costs with resources and pricing optimizations. Correct. Break down AWS costs by day, service, and linked AWS account is a correct answer. Correct. Create budgets and receive notifications if current or forecasted usage exceeds the budgets is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Automatically terminate AWS resources if budget thresholds are exceeded is incorrect. The cost management tools will not do this for you, but they could generate an alert which could be processed by another service to terminate resources. Incorrect. Launch either EC2 spot instances or on-demand instances based on the current pricing is incorrect. The cost management tools do not integrate with the tools used to launch EC2 instances and cannot choose the best pricing plan. Incorrect. Move data stored in Amazon S3 standard to an archiving storage class to reduce cost is incorrect. This is performed using lifecycle management in Amazon S3. It is not a task performed by cost management tools.
Next question. A company must provide access to AWS resources for their employees. Which security practices should they follow? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Create IAM users in different AWS regions. Option 2. Create IAM roles and apply them to IAM groups. Option 3. Disable password policies and management console access. Option 4. Create IAM policies based on least privilege principles. Option 5. Enable multi-factor authentication for users. And the correct answer are: Option 4. Create IAM policies based on least privilege principles. And Option 5. Enable multi-factor authentication for users. Explanation. There are several security best practices for AWS IAM that are listed in the document shared below. Enabling multi-factor authentication is a best practice to require a second factor of authentication when logging in. Another best practice is to grant least privilege access when configuring users and password policies. Correct. Enable multi-factor authentication for users is the correct answer. Correct. Create IAM policies based on least privilege principles is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Disable password policies and management console access is incorrect. This is not a security best practice. There is no need to disable management console access, and password policies should be used. Incorrect. Create IAM users in different AWS regions is incorrect. You cannot create IAM users in different regions as the IAM service is a global service. Incorrect. Create IAM roles and apply them to IAM groups is incorrect. You cannot apply roles to groups, you apply policies to groups. Next question. How much data can a company store in the Amazon S3 service? And the options are: Option 1, 100 terabytes. Option 2, virtually unlimited. Option 3, 1 petabyte. Option 4, 100 petabytes. And the correct answer is Option 2, virtually unlimited. Explanation. The Amazon Simple Storage Service, S3, offers virtually unlimited storage. The total volume of data and number of objects you can store are unlimited. Individual Amazon S3 objects can range in size from a minimum of 0 bytes to a maximum of 5 terabytes. The largest object that can be uploaded in a single put is 5 gigabytes. Correct. Virtually unlimited is the correct answer. Incorrect. 1 petabyte is incorrect. There is no such limit. Incorrect. 100 terabytes is incorrect. There is no such limit. Incorrect. 100 petabytes is incorrect. There is no such limit. Next question. Which resource should a new user on AWS use to get help with deploying popular technologies based on AWS best practices, including architecture and deployment instructions? And the options are: Option 1, AWS Quick Starts. Option 2, AWS Artifact. Option 3, AWS Config. Option 4, AWS Cloud Formation. And the correct answer is Option 1, AWS Quick Starts. Explanation. Quick Starts are built by Amazon Web Services, AWS, solutions architects and partners to help you deploy popular technologies on AWS, based on AWS best practices for security and high availability. These accelerators reduce hundreds of manual procedures into just a few steps, so you can build your production environment quickly and start using it immediately. Each Quick Start includes AWS Cloud Formation templates that automate the deployment and a guide that discusses the architecture and provides step-by-step deployment instructions. Correct. AWS Quick Starts is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Cloud Formation is incorrect. Cloud Formation is used to deploy infrastructure from templates. The Quick Starts use Cloud Formation. Incorrect. AWS Artifact is incorrect. Artifact provides on-demand access to AWS security and compliance reports. Incorrect. AWS Config is incorrect. Config is a service used for compliance relating to the configuration of AWS resources. Next question. A cloud practitioner anticipates an increase in application traffic at a future date and time when a sales event will take place. How can the cloud practitioner configure Amazon EC2 autoscaling to ensure the right number of Amazon EC2 instances are available ahead of the event? And the options are: Option 1, configure a step scaling policy. Option 2, configure a scheduled scaling policy. Option 3, configure predictive scaling. Option 4, configure a target tracking scaling policy. And the correct answer is Option 2, configure a scheduled scaling policy. Explanation. Scheduled scaling helps you to set up your own scaling schedule according to predictable load changes. For example, let's say that every week the traffic to your web application starts to increase on Wednesday, remains high on Thursday, and starts to decrease on Friday. You can configure a schedule for Amazon EC2 autoscaling to increase capacity on Wednesday and decrease capacity on Friday. Correct. Configure a scheduled scaling policy is the correct answer. Incorrect. Configure predictive scaling is incorrect. Predictive scaling uses daily and weekly trends to determine when to scale. In this case, the cloud practitioner knows about the event that will require more resources. Incorrect. Configure a target tracking scaling policy is incorrect. This policy will cause the ASG to attempt to keep resource utilization at the target value. Incorrect. Configure a step scaling policy is incorrect. Step scaling will launch resources in response to demand. This will not ensure the resource are ready at the right time, as there will be a delay. Next question. Customers using AWS services must patch operating systems on which of the following services? And the options are: Option 1, Amazon DynamoDB. Option 2, AWS Fargate. Option 3, Amazon EC2. Option 4, AWS Lambda. And the correct answer is Option 3, Amazon EC2. Explanation. Amazon EC2 is an infrastructure as a service, IaaS, solution. This means the underlying hardware and software layer for running a virtual server are managed for you. As a customer, you must then manage the operating system and any software you install. This includes installing patches on the operating system as part of regular maintenance activities. Correct. Amazon EC2 is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Lambda is incorrect. This is a serverless service and you do not need to manage patches. Incorrect. AWS Fargate is incorrect. This is a serverless service and you do not need to manage patches. Incorrect. Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. This is a serverless service and you do not need to manage patches. Next question. A company is deploying a new workload and software licensing requirements dictate that the workload must be run on a specific, physical server. Which Amazon EC2 instance deployment option should be used? And the options are: Option 1, dedicated hosts. Option 2, dedicated instances. Option 3, spot instances. Option 4, reserved instances. And the correct answer is Option 1, dedicated hosts. Explanation. An Amazon EC2 dedicated host is a physical server fully dedicated for your use, so you can help address corporate compliance requirements. Amazon EC2 dedicated hosts allow you to use your eligible software licenses from vendors such as Microsoft and Oracle on Amazon EC2, so that you get the flexibility and cost effectiveness of using your own licenses, but with the resiliency, simplicity and elasticity of AWS. Correct, dedicated hosts is the correct answer. Incorrect, dedicated instances is incorrect. With dedicated instances you are not given a specific physical server to run your instances on. Incorrect, spot instances is incorrect. This deployment option does not provide a specific physical server. Incorrect, reserved instances is incorrect. This deployment option does not provide a specific physical server. Next question. An Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, VPC, can include multiple. And the options are: Option 1, availability zones. Option 2, internet gateways. Option 3, edge locations. Option 4, AWS regions. And the correct answer is Option 1, availability zones. Explanation. An Amazon VPC includes multiple availability zones. Within a VPC you can create subnets in each Aws that is available in the region and distribute your resources across these subnets for high availability. Correct, availability zones is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS regions is incorrect. A VPC cannot include multiple regions. Incorrect, edge locations is incorrect. A VPC cannot include multiple edge locations as these are independent of the regions in which a VPC is created. Incorrect, internet gateways is incorrect. You can only attach one internet gateway to each VPC. Next question. A company needs to publish messages to thousands of subscribers simultaneously using a push mechanism. Which AWS service should the company use? And the options are: Option 1, Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Option 2, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Option 3, Amazon Simple Workflow Service, SWF. Option 4, AWS Step Functions. And the correct answer is Option 1, Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Explanation. Amazon SNS is a publisher/subscriber notification service that uses a push mechanism to publish messages to multiple subscribers. Amazon SNS enables you to send messages or notifications directly to users with SMS text messages to over 200 countries, mobile push on Apple, Android, and other platforms, or email, SMTP. Correct, Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS, is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS, is incorrect. SQS is a message queue service used for decoupling applications. Incorrect, Amazon Simple Workflow Service, SWF, is incorrect. SWF is a workflow orchestration service, not a messaging service. Incorrect, AWS Step Functions is incorrect. AWS Step Functions is a serverless workflow orchestration service for modern applications. Next question. Which type of credential should a cloud practitioner use for programmatic access to AWS resources from the AWS CLI/API? And the options are: Option 1, username and password. Option 2, access keys. Option 3, SSH public keys. Option 4, SSL/TLS certificate. And the correct answer is Option 2, access keys. Explanation. Access keys are long-term credentials for an IAM user or the AWS account root user. You can use access keys to sign programmatic requests to the AWS CLI or AWS API, directly or using the AWS SDK. Access keys consist of two parts: an access key ID, for example, a Aws Foden 7 example, and a secret access key, for example, W. Jalark Schutenfemi/K7 Mdeng/B. PX. Urfasai example key. Like a username and password, you must use both the access key ID and secret access key together to authenticate your requests. Manage your access keys as securely as you do your username and password. Correct, access keys is the correct answer. Incorrect, SSL/TLS certificate is incorrect. Certificates are not used by users for authenticating to AWS services. Incorrect, SSH public keys is incorrect. These are used for connections using the SSH protocol. Incorrect, username and password is incorrect. An IAM username and password can be used for console access but cannot be used with a CLI or API. Next question. A company is planning to move a number of legacy applications to the AWS cloud. The solution must be cost-effective. Which approach should the company take? And the options are: Option 1. Migrate the applications to dedicated hosts on Amazon EC2. Option 2. Use AWS Lambda to host the legacy applications in the cloud. Option 3. Rehost the applications on Amazon EC2 instances that are right-sized. Option 4. Use an Amazon S3 static website to host the legacy application code. And the correct answer is Option 3. Rehost the applications on Amazon EC2 instances that are right-sized. Explanation. The most cost-effective solution that works is to use Amazon EC2 instances that are right-sized with the most optimum instance types. Right-sizing is the process of ensuring that the instance type selected for each application provides the right amount of resources for the application. Correct, rehost the applications on Amazon EC2 instances that are right-sized is the correct answer. Incorrect, migrate the applications to dedicated hosts on Amazon EC2 is incorrect. Dedicated hosts are expensive and there is no need to use them with this solution. Incorrect, use AWS Lambda to host the legacy applications in the cloud is incorrect. It is unlikely that you can simply host legacy applications using AWS Lambda. Incorrect, use an Amazon S3 static website to host the legacy application code is incorrect. You cannot host legacy application code in an S3 static website, only static content is possible. Question 16. A company plans to use reserved instances to get discounted pricing for Amazon EC2 instances. The company may need to change the EC2 instance type during the 1-year period. And the options are: Option 1. Standard reserved instances. Option 2. Zonal reserved instances. Option 3. Regional reserved instances. Option 4. Convertible reserved instances. And the correct answer is Option 4. Convertible reserved instances. Explanation. A convertible reserved instance enables you to exchange one or more convertible reserved instances for another convertible reserved instance with a different configuration, including instance family, operating system, and tenancy. Correct, convertible reserved instances is the correct answer. Incorrect, standard reserved instances is incorrect. With standard REs you cannot change the instance type but you can change the instance size. Incorrect, regional reserved instances is incorrect. Regional REs apply to instance usage within any Aws in a specified region. Incorrect, zonal reserved instances is incorrect. Zonal REs apply to instance usage within a specific Aws within an AWS region. Next question. A company is deploying a new web application in a single AWS region that will be used by users globally. Which AWS services will assist with lowering latency and improving transfer speeds for the global users? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS Direct Connect. Option 2. AWS Transfer Gateway. Option 3. AWS Global Accelerator. Option 4. Amazon CloudFront. Option 5. AWS Snowcone. And the correct answers are Option 3. AWS Global Accelerator, and Option 4. Amazon CloudFront. Explanation. Amazon CloudFront is a content delivery network, CDN, that caches content around the world for lower latency access. AWS Global Accelerator enables access to your application by leveraging the same edge locations as CloudFront and routing connections across the AWS global network. Both of these services assist with lowering latency and improving transfer speeds for users who are distributed around the world. Correct, AWS Global Accelerator is the correct answer. Correct, Amazon CloudFront is also a correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Direct Connect is incorrect. This service provides private connections from data centers to AWS. It is not useful for distributed users as they will not be able to take advantage of it. Incorrect. AWS Transfer Gateway is incorrect. This service is used for optimizing the network topology of interconnected VPCs and on-premises networks. Incorrect. AWS Snowcone is incorrect. Snowcone is used as an edge device for transferring data. Next question. According to the AWS Shared Responsibility Model, which of the following is a responsibility of AWS? And the options are: Option 1. Configuring network ACLs to block malicious attacks. Option 2. Patching software running on Amazon EC2 instances. Option 3. Updating the firmware on the underlying EC2 hosts. Option 4. Updating security group rules to enable connectivity. And the correct answer is Option 3. Updating the firmware on the underlying EC2 hosts. Explanation. AWS are responsible for updating firmware on the physical Amazon EC2 host servers. Customers are then responsible for any patching of the EC2 operating system and any installed software. Correct. Updating the firmware on the underlying EC2 hosts is the correct answer. Incorrect. Configuring network ACLs to block malicious attacks is incorrect. This is a customer responsibility. Incorrect. Patching software running on Amazon EC2 instances is incorrect. This is a customer responsibility. Incorrect. Updating security group rules to enable connectivity is incorrect. This is a customer responsibility. Next question. Which AWS service provides a managed software version control system? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Code Pipeline. Option 2. AWS Code Commit. Option 3. Amazon Code Deploy. Option 4. AWS Data Sync. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Code Commit. Explanation. AWS Code Commit is a fully managed source control service that hosts secure Git-based repositories. It makes it easy for teams to collaborate on code in a secure and highly scalable ecosystem. Code Commit eliminates the need to operate your own source control system or worry about scaling its infrastructure. You can use Code Commit to securely store anything from source code to binaries, and it works seamlessly with your existing Git tools. Correct. AWS Code Commit is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Code Deploy is incorrect. Code Deploy is a deployment service that deploys your application onto infrastructure. Incorrect. AWS Code Pipeline is incorrect. Code Pipeline is a continuous delivery service that automates release pipelines for code. Code Commit can be used in a pipeline. Incorrect. AWS Data Sync is incorrect. Data Sync is used for replication and migrating data between storage systems and AWS. Next question. Which of the following AWS features or services can be used to provide root storage volumes for Amazon EC2 instances? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Elastic File System, EFS. Option 2. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS. Option 3. Amazon Machine Image. Option 4. Amazon Simple Storage Service, S3. And the correct answer is Option 2. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS. Explanation. The Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS, provides block-based storage volumes for Amazon EC2 instances. Root volumes are where the operating system is installed and can be either EBS volumes or instance store volumes. Correct. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS, is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Machine Image is incorrect. An AMI provides the information required to launch an instance, including the mapping of EBS volumes. Incorrect. Amazon Elastic File System, EFS, is incorrect. EFS volumes cannot be used for the root storage volume but can be mounted to store data. Incorrect. Amazon Simple Storage Service, S3, is incorrect. Amazon S3 buckets cannot be attached to EC2 instances in any way. It is a service that is accessed via a REST API. Next question. A customer needs to determine total cost of ownership, TCO, for a workload that requires physical isolation. Which hosting model should be accounted for? And the options are: Option 1. Dedicated hosts. Option 2. On-demand instances. Option 3. Spot instances. Option 4. Reserved instances. And the correct answer is Option 1. Dedicated hosts. Explanation. An Amazon EC2 dedicated host is a physical server with EC2 instance capacity fully dedicated to your use. Dedicated hosts allow you to use your existing per socket, per core, or per VM software licenses, including Windows Server, Microsoft SQL Server, SUSE, and Linux Enterprise Server. Note that dedicated hosts can be considered a hosting model as it determines the actual underlying infrastructure that is used for running your workload. All of the other answers are simply pricing plans for shared hosting models. Correct, dedicated hosts is the correct answer. Incorrect, reserved instances is incorrect as this pricing model does not support physical isolation. Incorrect, on-demand instances is incorrect as this pricing model does not support physical isolation. Incorrect, spot instances is incorrect as this hosting pricing does not support physical isolation. Next question. Which of the following statements best describes the concept of agility in relation to cloud computing on AWS? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. The ability to experiment quickly. Option 2. The ability to automatically scale capacity. Option 3. The elimination of wasted capacity. Option 4. The speed at which AWS rolls out new features. Option 5. The speed at which AWS resources can be created. And the correct answers are: Option 1. The ability to experiment quickly, and Option 5. The speed at which AWS resources can be created. Explanation. In a cloud computing environment, new IT resources are only a click away, which means that you reduce the time to make those resources available to your developers from weeks to just minutes. This results in a dramatic increase in agility for the organization, since the cost and time it takes to experiment and develop is significantly lower. Correct, the ability to experiment quickly is a correct answer. Correct, the speed at which AWS resources can be created is also a correct answer. Incorrect, the speed at which AWS rolls out new features is incorrect. This is not a statement that describes agility. Incorrect, the elimination of wasted capacity is incorrect. This is also known as right-sizing, and it is a cost benefit of running in the cloud. It is not a statement that describes agility. Incorrect, the ability to automatically scale capacity is incorrect. Auto-scaling ensures you have the right amount of capacity available. Next question. Which AWS service or feature can assist with protecting a website that is hosted outside of AWS? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EC2 Security Groups. Option 2. AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF. Option 3. Amazon VPC Network ACLs. Option 4. Amazon VPC Route Tables. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF. Explanation. AWS WAF can be used to protect on-premises resources if they are deployed behind an application load balancer, ALB. In this scenario, the on-premises website servers are added to a target group by IP address. The ALB has a WAF web ACL attached to it and distributes connections to the on-premises website. Correct, AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF, is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon VPC Route Tables is incorrect. A route table cannot be used for protecting resources running outside AWS. Incorrect, Amazon EC2 Security Groups is incorrect. Security groups can only be attached to EC2 instances. Incorrect, Amazon VPC Network ACLs is incorrect. Network ACLs only filter traffic entering and leaving a VPC subnet. Next question. Which of the following AWS services are compute services? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option 2. AWS Cloud Trail. Option 3. Amazon Inspector. Option 4. Amazon EFS. Option 5. AWS Batch. And the correct answers are: Option 1. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. And Option 5. AWS Batch. Explanation. AWS Batch enables developers, scientists, and engineers to easily and efficiently run hundreds of thousands of batch computing jobs on AWS. AWS Elastic Beanstalk is an easy-to-use service for deploying and scaling web applications and services developed with Java, .NET, PHP, Node, JS, Python, Ruby, Go, and Docker on familiar servers such as Apache, Nginx, Passenger, and Ease. Correct. AWS Batch is the correct answer. Correct. AWS Elastic Beanstalk is also a correct answer. Incorrect. AWS CloudTrail is incorrect. CloudTrail is used for auditing. Incorrect. Amazon EFS is incorrect. The Elastic File System, EFS, is used for storing data and is mounted by EC2 instances. Incorrect. Amazon Inspector is incorrect. Amazon Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Next question. A company is deploying an application in the AWS cloud. How can they secure the application? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Configure public access for the AWS services used by the application. Option 2. Provide full admin access to developer and operations staff. Option 3. Enable monitoring by turning off encryption for data in transit. Option 4. Limit access privileges according to the principle of least privilege. Option 5. Enable encryption for the application data at rest. And the correct answers are: Option 4. Limit access privileges according to the principle of least privilege. And, Option 5. Enable encryption for the application data at rest. Explanation. In this scenario, the company must apply best practice principles for securing their application. Enabling encryption for data at rest is definitely a good practice, and data in transit should also be encrypted where possible as well. It is also a good practice to limit access privileges according to the principle of least privilege. This means limiting privileges to those required to perform a specific role. Correct. Enable encryption for the application data at rest is the correct answer. Correct. Limit access privileges according to the principle of least privilege is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Configure public access for the AWS services used by the application is incorrect. In some cases, public access may be required, and in that case only the front-end services should be configured for public access. Otherwise, it would be best to not enable public access. Incorrect. Enable monitoring by turning off encryption for data in transit is incorrect. There is no need to turn off encryption in transit to enable monitoring, and this would reduce security. Incorrect. Provide full admin access to developer and operations staff is incorrect. This is not a security best practice. It is better to assign permissions according to the principle of least privilege. Next question. A company is deploying an application on Amazon EC2 that requires low latency access to application components in an on-premises data center. Which AWS service or resource can the company use to extend their existing VPC to the on-premises data center? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Workspaces. Option 2. AWS Outposts. Option 3. AWS Direct Connect. Option 4. Amazon Connect. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Outposts. Explanation. AWS Outposts is a fully managed service that offers the same AWS infrastructure, AWS services, APIs, and tools to virtually any data center, colocation space, or on-premises facility for a truly consistent hybrid experience. With AWS Outposts, you can extend your VPC into the on-premises data center as in the following diagram. Correct. AWS Outposts is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Connect is incorrect. Amazon Connect provides a seamless omni-channel experience through a single unified contact center for voice, chat, and task management. Incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is incorrect. Direct Connect is used for creating a low-latency private connection to an on-premises data center, but it cannot be used to extend the VPC. Incorrect. Amazon Workspaces is incorrect. Amazon Workspaces is a managed, secure desktop as a service, DaaS, solution. Next question. Which of the following is a sole responsibility of AWS? And the options are: Option 1. Customer Data Access Controls. Option 2. Application Deployment. Option 3. Patch Management. Option 4. Availability Zone Management. And the correct answer is Option 4. Availability Zone Management. Explanation. According to the shared responsibility model, AWS is responsible for the management of all AWS global infrastructure components, including regions, availability zones, edge locations, regional edge caches, and local zones. Correct. Availability Zone Management is the correct answer. Incorrect. Application deployment is incorrect. Applications are deployed by customers, not AWS. Incorrect. Patch management is incorrect. Patch management is a shared responsibility. Customers must patch instances. Databases running on EC2 and AWS will patch the underlying infrastructure and some managed services. Incorrect. Customer data access controls is incorrect. Customers are responsible for implementing access controls for their data. Next question. Which of the following can an AWS customer use to launch a new Elasticache cluster? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS Management Console. Option 2. AWS Systems Manager. Option 3. AWS Concierge. Option 4. AWS Data Pipeline. Option 5. AWS Cloud Formation. And the correct answers are: Option 1. AWS Management Console. Option 5. AWS Cloud Formation. Explanation. There are several ways to launch resources in AWS. You can use the AWS Management Console or Command Line Interface, CLI, or you can automate the process by using tools such as AWS Cloud Formation. With AWS Cloud Formation you can deploy infrastructure such as Amazon Elasticache clusters by defining your desired configuration state in code using a template file written in JSON or YAML. Cloud Formation will then deploy the resources by creating a stack according to the template file. Correct. AWS Cloud Formation is a correct answer. Correct. AWS Management Console is also a correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Concierge is incorrect. The Concierge support team is available for customer who have an enterprise-level support plan. This team does not launch resources for you. Incorrect. AWS Systems Manager is incorrect. Systems Manager will not launch an Elasticache cluster for you. Incorrect. AWS Data Pipeline is incorrect. AWS Data Pipeline is a web service that helps you reliably process and move data between different AWS compute and storage services. Next question. An application uses a PostgreSQL database running on a single Amazon EC2 instance. A cloud practitioner has been asked to increase the availability of the database so there is automatic recovery in the case of a failure. Which tasks can the cloud practitioner take to meet this requirement? And the options are: Option 1. Set the delete on termination value to false for the EBS root volume. Option 2. Configure EC2 auto recovery to move the instance to another region. Option 3. Migrate the database to Amazon RDS and enable the multi-Aws feature. Option 4. Configure an elastic load balancer in front of the EC2 instance. And the correct answers are: Option 3. Migrate the database to Amazon RDS and enable the multi-Aws feature. Explanation. Moving the database to Amazon RDS means that the database can take advantage of the built-in multi-Aws feature. This feature creates a standby instance in another availability zone and synchronously replicates to it. In the event of a failure that affects the primary database, an automatic failover can occur and the database will become functional on the standby instance. Correct. Migrate the database to Amazon RDS and enable the multi-Aws feature is the correct answer. Incorrect. Configure an elastic load balancer in front of the EC2 instance is incorrect. You cannot use an ELB to distribute traffic to a database, and with a single instance there's no benefit here at all. Incorrect. Configure EC2 auto recovery to move the instance to another region is incorrect. The auto recovery feature of EC2 automatically moves the instance to another host, not to another region. Incorrect. Set the delete on termination value to false for the EBS root volume is incorrect. This will simply preserve the root volume. It will not perform automatic recovery. Next question. What advantages does a database administrator obtain by using the Amazon Relational Database Service, RDS? And the options are: Option 1. RDS provides 99.9999% reliability and durability. Option 2. RDS simplifies relational database administration tasks. Option 3. RDS enables users to dynamically adjust CPU and RAM resources. Option 4. RDS databases automatically scale based on load. And the correct answer is Option 2. RDS simplifies relational database administration tasks. Explanation. Amazon RDS is a managed relational database service on which you can run several types of database software. The service is managed, so this reduces the database administration tasks an administrator would normally undertake. The managed service includes hardware provisioning, database setup, patching and backups. Correct. RDS simplifies relational database administration tasks is the correct answer. Incorrect. RDS databases automatically scale based on load is incorrect. This is not true. Storage autoscaling is possible, but for compute it scales by changing instance type, manual. Incorrect. RDS provides 99.999999999% reliability and durability is incorrect. This is not true of Amazon RDS. Incorrect. RDS enables users to dynamically adjust CPU and RAM resources is incorrect. You cannot adjust CPU and RAM dynamically, you must change the instance type and reboot the database instance. Question 31. Which of the following will help a user determine if they need to request an Amazon EC2 service limit increase? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Service Health Dashboard. Option 2. AWS Cost Explorer. Option 3. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 4. AWS Personal Health Dashboard. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS Trusted Advisor. Explanation. AWS Trusted Advisor is an online tool that provides you real-time guidance to help you provision your resources following AWS best practices. Trusted Advisor checks help optimize your AWS infrastructure, improve security and performance, reduce your overall costs, and monitor service limits. Correct. AWS Trusted Advisor is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Personal Health Dashboard is incorrect. The Personal Health Dashboard shows issues or upcoming events that may impact your resources. It does not notify of service limit breaches. Incorrect. AWS Service Health Dashboard is incorrect. This dashboard simply shows the current service health and any issues across regions. Incorrect. AWS Cost Explorer is incorrect. Cost Explorer is used for viewing costs and will not assist with service limits. Next question. A company uses Amazon EC2 instances to run applications that are dedicated to different departments. The company needs to break out the costs of these applications and allocate them to the relevant department. The EC2 instances run in a single VPC. How can the company achieve these requirements? And the options are: Option 1. Enable billing access for IAM users and view the costs in Cost Explorer. Option 2. Add additional Amazon VPCs and launch each application in a separate VPC. Option 3. Enable billing alerts through Amazon CloudWatch and Amazon SNS. Option 4. Create tags by department on the instances and then run a cost allocation report. And the correct answer is Option 4. Create tags by department on the instances and then run a cost allocation report. Explanation. The company should create cost allocation tags that specify the department and assign them to resources. These tags must be activated so they are visible in the cost allocation report. Once this is done and a monthly cost allocation report has been configured, it will be easy to monitor the costs for each department. Correct. Create tags by department on the instances and then run a cost allocation report is the correct answer. Incorrect. Enable billing access for IAM users and view the costs in Cost Explorer is incorrect. Cost Explorer will not show a breakdown of the costs by department. Incorrect. Enable billing alerts through Amazon CloudWatch and Amazon SNS is incorrect. A billing alert simply lets you know you have reached a cost threshold. Incorrect. Add additional Amazon VPCs and launch each application in a separate VPC is incorrect. This will not help as billing is not broken out by VPC, so they will not be able to determine the costs per department using this method. Next question: which AWS feature can be used to launch a pre-configured Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2, instance? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Machine Image, AMI. Option 2. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS. Option 3. Amazon EC2 Systems Manager. Option 4. Amazon App Stream 2.0. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon Machine Image, AMI. Explanation. An Amazon Machine Image, AMI, provides the information required to launch an instance. You must specify an AMI when you launch an instance. You can launch multiple instances from a single AMI when you need multiple instances with the same configuration. You can use different AMIs to launch instances when you need instances with different configurations. Correct. Amazon Machine Image, AMI, is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS, is incorrect. EBS is block-based storage for EC2. Incorrect. Amazon EC2 Systems Manager is incorrect. AWS Systems Manager gives you visibility and control of your infrastructure on AWS. Incorrect. Amazon AppStream 2.0 is incorrect. Amazon AppStream 2.0 is a fully managed non-persistent application and desktop streaming service. Next question. What is one method of protecting against distributed denial of service, DDoS, attacks in the AWS cloud? And the options are: Option 1. Monitor the service health dashboard. Option 2. Enable AWS Cloud Trail logging. Option 3. Configure a firewall in front of resources. Option 4. Use Amazon CloudWatch monitoring. And the correct answer is Option 3. Configure a firewall in front of resources. Explanation. Some forms of DDoS mitigation are included automatically with AWS services. You can further improve your DDoS resilience by using an AWS architecture with specific services and by implementing additional best practices. Using a firewall with AWS resources is recommended to reduce the attack surface of your services, which can mitigate some DDoS attacks. Correct. Configure a firewall in front of resources is the correct answer. Incorrect. Use Amazon CloudWatch monitoring is incorrect. Performance monitoring will not protect against DDoS. Incorrect. Enable AWS Cloud Trail logging is incorrect. Logging API calls will not protect against DDoS. Incorrect. Monitor the service health dashboard is incorrect. The service health dashboard is not personalized to your resources, so is not useful for monitoring and will not protect against. Next question. Which AWS services can a company use to gather information about activity in their AWS account? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Amazon CloudWatch. Option 2. Amazon CloudFront. Option 3. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 4. AWS Cloud Trail. Option 5. Amazon Connect. And the correct answers are Option 1. Amazon CloudWatch, and Option 4. AWS Cloud Trail. Explanation. Amazon CloudWatch is a performance monitoring service. AWS services send metrics about their utilization to CloudWatch, which collects the metrics. Additionally, CloudWatch collects metrics about account activity such as billing information, which can also be viewed. AWS Cloud Trail is an auditing service that monitors API activity in your account. Whenever you perform any operation in the account, this results in an API action, and this information is recorded to create an audit trail. Correct. AWS Cloud Trail is a correct answer. Correct. Amazon CloudWatch is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon CloudFront is incorrect. CloudFront is a content delivery network, CDN. Incorrect. AWS Trusted Advisor is incorrect. This service is used to assist with guidance on provisioning resources according to best practice. Incorrect. Amazon Connect is incorrect. This is a contact center service. Next question. A user needs to identify underutilized Amazon EC2 instances to reduce costs. Which AWS service or feature will meet this requirement? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Cost Explorer. Option 2. AWS Code Build. Option 3. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 4. AWS Personal Health Dashboard. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS Trusted Advisor. Explanation. AWS Trusted Advisor offers a rich set of best practice checks and recommendations across 5 categories: cost optimization, security, fault tolerance, performance, and service limits. The Trusted Advisor Low Utilization Amazon EC2 Instances check checks the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, Amazon EC2, instances that were running at any time during the last 14 days and alerts you if the daily CPU utilization was 10% or less and network I/O was 5 MB or less on 4 or more days. Correct. AWS Trusted Advisor is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Code Build is incorrect. Code Build is used for compiling and testing code ahead of deployment. Incorrect. AWS Cost Explorer is incorrect. Cost Explorer can be used to view itemized costs, but you cannot check resource utilization. Incorrect. AWS Personal Health Dashboard is incorrect. This dashboard will not warn you about underutilization of resources. Next question. Which benefits can a company gain by deploying a relational database on Amazon RDS instead of Amazon EC2? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Root access to OS. Option 2. Indexing of tables. Option 3. Software patching. Option 4. Schema management. Option 5. Automated backups. And the correct answers are: Option 3. Software patching. And Option 5. Automated backups. Explanation. 2 of the benefits of using a managed Amazon RDS service instead of a self-managed database on EC2 are that you get automated backups and automatic software patching. Correct. Automated backups is a correct answer. Correct. Software patching is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Schema management is incorrect. This is not a feature of the managed service. Incorrect. Indexing of tables is incorrect. This is not a feature of the managed service. Incorrect. Root access to OS is incorrect. You do not get root access to an RDS instance's operating system. Next question. Which of the following deployments involves the reliability pillar of the AWS well-architected framework? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EBS provisioned IOPS volume. Option 2. Attach a web ACL to a CloudFront distribution. Option 3. Use CloudFormation to deploy infrastructure. Option 4. Amazon RDS multi-Aws deployment. And the correct answer is Option 4. Amazon RDS multi-Aws deployment. Explanation. An Amazon Relational Database Service, RDS, deployment across multiple availability zones is a good example of using the reliability pillar of the AWS well-architected framework. The specific design principle being followed here is automatically recover from failure. Correct. Amazon RDS multi-Aws deployment is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon EBS provisioned IOPS volume is incorrect. This would be an example of performance efficiency. Incorrect. Attach a web ACL to a CloudFront distribution is incorrect. This would be an example of using the security pillar. Incorrect. Use CloudFormation to deploy infrastructure is incorrect. This would be an example of using the operational excellence pillar. Next question. Which of the following represents a value proposition for using the AWS cloud? And the options are: Option 1. AWS provides full access to their data centers. Option 2. AWS is responsible for securing your applications. Option 3. It is not necessary to enter into long-term contracts. Option 4. Customers can request specialized hardware. And the correct answer is Option 3. It is not necessary to enter into long-term contracts. Explanation. With AWS you can pay for what you use and there is no requirement to enter into long-term contracts. However, there are opportunities to gain large discounts by committing to 1 or 3 years contracts for reserved instances and savings plans. Correct. It is not necessary to enter into long-term contracts is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS is responsible for securing your applications is incorrect. AWS does not secure your applications. Incorrect. Customers can request specialized hardware is incorrect. This is not true. You have no say in what hardware AWS utilize. Incorrect. AWS provides full access to their data centers is incorrect. This is never the case. You cannot access the AWS data centers. Next question. What are AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, access keys used for? And the options are: Option 1. Enabling encryption in transit for web servers. Option 2. Making programmatic calls to AWS from AWS APIs. Option 3. Logging into the AWS Management Console. Option 4. Ensuring the integrity of log files. And the correct answer is Option 2. Making programmatic calls to AWS from AWS APIs. Explanation. Access keys are long-term credentials for an IAM user or the AWS account root user. You can use access keys to sign programmatic requests to the AWS CLI or AWS API, directly or using the AWS SDK. Access keys consist of 2 parts, an access key ID, for example, a Aws Foden 7 example, and a secret access key, for example, W. Jalurk Schutten Femi /K7 Mdeng /B. PX. Urfasai example key. Like a username and password, you must use both the access key ID and secret access key together to authenticate your requests. Manage your access keys as securely as you do your username and password. Correct. Making programmatic calls to AWS from AWS APIs is the correct answer. Incorrect. Logging into the AWS Management Console is incorrect. You use a username and password for the Management Console. Incorrect. Ensuring the integrity of log files is incorrect. This is not what access keys are used for. Incorrect. Enabling encryption in transit for web servers is incorrect. SSL/TLS certificates are used for creating encrypted channels using HTTPS. Next question. A large company is interested in avoiding long-term contracts and moving from fixed costs to variable costs. What is the value proposition of AWS for this company? And the options are: Option 1. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Option 2. Automated cost optimization. Option 3. Volume pricing discounts. Option 4. Economies of scale. And the correct answer is Option 1. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Explanation. Pay-as-you-go pricing helps companies move away from fixed costs to variable costs in a model in which they only pay for what they actually use. There are no fixed-term contracts with AWS, so that requirement is also met. Correct. Pay-as-you-go pricing is the correct answer. Incorrect. Economies of scale is incorrect. You do get good pricing because of the economies of scale leveraged by AWS. However, the value proposition for companies wishing to avoid fixed costs is pay-as-you-go pricing. This flexibility can be more important in some cases than the actual cost per unit. Incorrect. Volume pricing discounts is incorrect. This is not the value proposition for this company, as they are seeking to avoid long-term contracts and fixed costs, not to achieve a discount. Incorrect. Automated cost optimization is incorrect. This is not a feature that relates to the value proposition for this customer. Next question. For what purpose would a cloud practitioner access AWS Artifact? And the options are: Option 1. Gain access to AWS security and compliance documents. Option 2. Download configuration details for all AWS resources. Option 3. Access training materials for AWS services. Option 4. Create a security assessment report for AWS services. And the correct answer is Option 1. Gain access to AWS security and compliance documents. Explanation. AWS Artifact is your go-to, central resource for compliance-related information that matters to you. It provides on-demand access to AWS security and compliance reports and select online agreements. Reports available in AWS Artifact include our Service Organization Control, SOC, reports, Payment Card Industry, PCI, reports, and certifications from accreditation bodies across geographies and compliance verticals that validate the implementation and operating effectiveness of AWS security controls. Correct. Gain access to AWS security and compliance documents is the correct answer. Incorrect. Download configuration details for all AWS resources is incorrect. Artifact does not provide this capability. Incorrect. Access training materials for AWS services is incorrect. Artifact does not provide training materials. Incorrect. Create a security assessment report for AWS services is incorrect. Artifact cannot be used for this purpose. Next question. A cloud practitioner is developing a new application and wishes to integrate features of AWS services directly into the application. Which of the following is the best tool for this purpose? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Command Line Interface, CLI. Option 2. AWS Code Deploy. Option 3. AWS Code Pipeline. Option 4. AWS Software Development Kit. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Software Development Kit. Explanation. A software development kit, SDK, is a collection of software development tools in one installable package. AWS provide SDKs for various programming languages, and these can be used for integrating the features of AWS services directly into an application. Correct. AWS Software Development Kit is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Command Line Interface, CLI, is incorrect. The AWS CLI is used for running commands but is not the best tool for integrating features of AWS services directly into an application. Incorrect. AWS Code Deploy is incorrect. Code Deploy is used for deploying code from a code repository and actually installing the application. Incorrect. AWS Code Pipeline is incorrect. Code Pipeline is used for automating the code release lifecycle. Next question. A company is planning to deploy an application with a relational database on AWS. The application layer requires access to the database instance's operating system in order to run scripts. The company prefer to keep management overhead to a minimum. Which deployment should be used for the database? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EC2. Option 2. Amazon S3. Option 3. Amazon RDS. Option 4. Amazon Dynamo. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon EC2. Explanation. The company would like to keep management overhead to a minimum, so RDS would be good to meet that requirement. However, with RDS you cannot access the operating system, so the requirement for running scripts on the OS rules RDS out. Therefore, the next best solution is to deploy on an Amazon EC2 instances, as the other options presented are unsuitable for a relational database. Correct. Amazon EC2 is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon RDS is incorrect, as the application would not be able to access the OS of the RDS instance to run scripts. Incorrect. Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. This is a non-relational database. Incorrect. Amazon S3 is incorrect. This is an object storage system and is not suitable for running a relational database. Next question. A cloud practitioner needs to monitor a new Amazon EC2 instance's CPU and network utilization. Which AWS service should be used? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon CloudWatch. Option 2. AWS Systems Manager. Option 3. AWS CloudTrail. Option 4. Amazon Inspector. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon CloudWatch. Explanation. Amazon CloudWatch is a performance monitoring service. AWS services send metrics about their utilization to CloudWatch, which collects the metrics. You can then view the results in CloudWatch and configure alarms. Correct. Amazon CloudWatch is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS CloudTrail is incorrect. CloudTrail is used for auditing, not performance monitoring. Incorrect. Amazon Inspector is incorrect. Inspector is an automated security service. Incorrect. AWS Systems Manager is incorrect. Systems Manager is used for managing EC2 instances, such as installing patches and software. Question 46. Which AWS service can a company use to discover and protect sensitive data that is stored in Amazon S3 buckets? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon GuardDuty. Option 2. AWS Policy Generator. Option 3. Amazon Detective. Option 4. Amazon Macie. And the correct answer is Option 4. Amazon Macie. Explanation. Amazon Macie is a fully managed data security and data privacy service that uses machine learning and pattern matching to discover and protect your sensitive data in AWS. Amazon Macie automates the discovery of sensitive data at scale and lowers the cost of protecting your data. Macie automatically provides an inventory of Amazon S3 buckets, including a list of unencrypted buckets, publicly accessible buckets, and buckets shared with AWS accounts outside those you have defined in AWS organizations. Then, Macie applies machine learning and pattern matching techniques to the buckets you select to identify and alert you to sensitive data, such as personally identifiable information, PII. Correct. Amazon Macie is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon GuardDuty is incorrect. Amazon GuardDuty is a threat detection service that continuously monitors for malicious activity and unauthorized behavior to protect your AWS accounts, workloads, and data stored in Amazon S3. Incorrect. AWS Policy Generator is incorrect. The AWS Policy Generator is a tool that enables you to create policies that control access to Amazon Web Services, AWS, products and resources. Incorrect. Amazon Detective is incorrect. Amazon Detective automatically processes terabytes of event data records about IP traffic, AWS management operations, and malicious or unauthorized activity. Next question. A company is deploying a MySQL database on AWS. The database must easily scale and have automatic backup enabled. Which AWS service should the company? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Aurora. Option 2. Amazon Athena. Option 3. Amazon Document DB. Option 4. Amazon DynamoDB. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon Aurora. Explanation. Amazon Aurora is a relational database that is compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL database engines. Aurora is extremely fast and scales up to 128 terabytes. You can also deploy replicas for read scaling within and across regions. Aurora also offers automated backups. Correct, Amazon Aurora is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. DynamoDB is a NoSQL, non-relational, database and you cannot deploy a MySQL database as it is a relational database type. Incorrect, Amazon Athena is incorrect. Athena is used for querying data in Amazon S3 using SQL. Incorrect, Amazon Document DB is incorrect. Document DB is a NoSQL database that supports document data structures. Next question. A company is launching a new website which is expected to have highly variable levels of traffic. The website will run on Amazon EC2 and must be highly available. What is the most cost-effective approach? And the options are: Option 1. Determine the highest expected traffic and use an appropriate instance type. Option 2. Create an Amazon EC2 auto-scaling group and configure an elastic load balancer. Option 3. Use the AWS CLI to launch and terminate Amazon EC2 instances to match demand. Option 4. Launch the website using an Amazon EC2 instance running on a dedicated host. And the correct answer is Option 2. Create an Amazon EC2 auto-scaling group and configure an elastic load balancer. Explanation. The most cost-effective approach for ensuring the website is highly available on Amazon EC2 instances is to use an Amazon EC2 auto-scaling group. This will ensure that the appropriate number of instances is always available to service the demand. An elastic load balancer can be placed in front of the instances to distribute incoming connections. Correct. Create an Amazon EC2 auto-scaling group and configure an elastic load balancer is the correct answer. Incorrect. Use the AWS CLI to launch and terminate Amazon EC2 instances to match demand is incorrect. This is a manual approach and would not be recommended. Incorrect. Determine the highest expected traffic and use an appropriate instance type is incorrect. This approach will result in the company overpaying when the demand is low. Incorrect. Launch the website using an Amazon EC2 instance running on a dedicated host is incorrect. This is an expensive solution as dedicated hosts are very costly and should only be used when physical isolation of resources or host visibility is required. Next question. Which of the following are valid benefits of using the AWS cloud? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Total control over data center infrastructure. Option 2. Ability to go global quickly. Option 3. Outsource all application development to AWS. Option 4. Outsource all operational risk. Option 5. Fast provisioning of IT resources. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Ability to go global quickly. And Option 5. Fast provisioning of IT resources. Explanation. The ability to provision IT resources quickly and easily and also globally are valid benefits of using the AWS cloud. These are covered in AWS 6 Advantages of Cloud, which include increased speed and agility and go global in minutes. Correct. Fast provisioning of IT resources is a correct answer. Correct. Ability to go global quickly is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Outsource all operational risk is incorrect. You do not outsource all operational risk. You still have to manage risk for the applications you run on AWS. Incorrect. Total control over data center infrastructure is incorrect. You don't have any control over data center infrastructure in the AWS cloud. Incorrect. Outsource all application development to AWS is incorrect. You must still develop your own applications on the AWS cloud. Next question. A cloud practitioner needs a tool that can assist with viewing and managing AWS costs and usage over time. Which tool should the cloud practitioner use? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Organizations. Option 2. Amazon Inspector. Option 3. AWS Cost Explorer. Option 4. AWS Budgets. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS Cost Explorer. Explanation. AWS Cost Explorer has an easy-to-use interface that lets you visualize, understand, and manage your AWS costs and usage over time. AWS Cost Explorer provides you with a set of default reports that you can use as the starting place for your analysis. From there, use the filtering and grouping capabilities to dive deeper into your cost and usage data and generate custom insights. Correct, AWS Cost Explorer is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Budgets is incorrect. AWS Budgets allows you to set custom budgets to track your cost and usage from the simplest to the most complex use cases. Incorrect, Amazon Inspector is incorrect. Amazon Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Incorrect, AWS Organizations is incorrect. AWS Organizations allows you to organize accounts, create accounts programmatically, and leverage consolidated billing. Next question. Which tasks require the use of the AWS account root user? Select 2. And the options are Option 1. Viewing AWS Cloud Trail logs. Option 2. Changing the account name. Option 3. Changing AWS support plans. Option 4. Changing payment currency. Option 5. Enabling encryption for S3. And the correct answers are Option 2. Changing the account name. And Option 3. Changing AWS support plans. Explanation. Some tasks can only be performed by the root user of an AWS account. This includes changing the account name and changing AWS support plans. For more information, view the AWS article referenced below. Correct, changing the account name is a correct answer. Correct, changing AWS support plans is also a correct answer. Incorrect, enabling encryption for S3 is incorrect. This does not require root. Incorrect, viewing AWS Cloud Trail logs is incorrect. This does not require root. Incorrect, changing payment currency is incorrect. This does not require root. Next question. A company has multiple AWS accounts and is using AWS organizations with consolidated billing. Which advantages will they benefit from? Select 2. And the options are Option 1. The default service limits in all accounts will be increased. Option 2. They may benefit from lower unit pricing for aggregated usage. Option 3. They will be automatically enrolled in a business support plan. Option 4. They will receive a fixed discount for all usage across accounts. Option 5. They will receive one bill for the accounts in the organization. And the correct answers are Option 2. They may benefit from lower unit pricing for aggregated usage. And Option 5. They will receive one bill for the accounts in the organization. Explanation. You can use the consolidated billing feature in AWS organizations to consolidate billing and payment for multiple AWS accounts. With consolidated billing you get one bill for multiple accounts, easy tracking or charges across accounts, combined usage across accounts and sharing of volume pricing discounts, reserved instance discounts and savings plans. No extra fee. Correct, they will receive one bill for the accounts in the organization is a correct answer. Correct, they may benefit from lower unit pricing for aggregated usage is also a correct answer. Incorrect, the default service limits in all accounts will be increased is incorrect. This is not true, service limit defaults are unaffected. Incorrect, they will receive a fixed discount for all usage across accounts is incorrect. There is no fixed usage discount applied for consolidated billing. Incorrect, they will be automatically enrolled in a business support plan is incorrect. This is not true, you must always pay for the business support plan. Next question. Which design principles are enabled by the AWS Cloud to improve the operation of workloads? Select 2. And the options are Option 1. Customized hardware. Option 2. Loose coupling. Option 3. Remove single points of failure. Option 4. Minimum viable product. Option 5. Minimize platform design. And the correct answers are Option 2. Loose coupling. And Option 3. Remove single points of failure. Explanation. Loose coupling is when you break systems down into smaller components that are loosely coupled together. This reduces interdependencies between systems components. This is achieved in the cloud using messages buses, notification and messaging services. Removing single points of failure ensures fault tolerance and high availability. This is easily achieved in the cloud as the architecture and features of the cloud support the implementation of highly available and fault-tolerant systems. Correct, loose coupling is a correct answer. Correct, remove single points of failure is also a correct answer. Incorrect, customized hardware is incorrect. You cannot customize hardware in the cloud. Incorrect, minimize platform design is incorrect. This is not an operational advantage for workloads in the cloud. Incorrect, minimum viable product is incorrect. This is not an operational advantage for workloads in the cloud. Next question. A company plans to deploy a relational database on AWS. The IT department will perform database administration. Which service should the company use? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon DynamoDB. Option 2. Amazon EC2. Option 3. Amazon Redshift. Option 4. Amazon Cache. And the correct answer is Option 2. Amazon EC2. Explanation. A self-managed relational database can be installed on Amazon EC2. When using this deployment, you can choose the operating system and instance type that suits your needs and then install and manage any database software you require. The table below helps you to understand when to use different types of database deployment. Correct, Amazon EC2 is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Redshift is incorrect. Redshift is managed data warehouse solution and is better suited to use cases where analytics of data is required. Incorrect, Amazon Elasticache is incorrect. Elasticache is a managed service for in-memory, high-performance caching of database content. Incorrect, Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. DynamoDB is a non-relational, NoSQL, type of database. Next question. A company runs a batch job on an Amazon EC2 instance and it takes 6 hours to complete. The workload is expected to double in volume each month with a proportional increase in processing time. What is the most efficient cloud architecture to address the growing workload? And the options are: Option 1. Run the batch workload in parallel across multiple Amazon EC2 instances. Option 2. Run the application on a bare metal Amazon EC2 instance. Option 3. Change the Amazon EC2 volume type to a provisioned IOPS SSD volume. Option 4. Run the batch job on a larger Amazon EC2 instance type with more CPU. And the correct answer is Option 1. Run the batch workload in parallel across multiple Amazon EC2 instances. Explanation. The most efficient option is to use multiple EC2 instances and distribute the workload across them. This is an example of horizontal scaling and will allow the workload to keep growing in size without any issue and without increasing the overall processing time frame. Correct, run the batch workload in parallel across multiple Amazon EC2 instances is the correct answer. Incorrect, run the batch job on a larger Amazon EC2 instance type with more CPU is incorrect. This may help initially, but over time this will not scale well and the workload will take many days to complete. Incorrect, change the Amazon EC2 volume type to a provisioned IOPS SSD volume is incorrect.
This will improve the underlying performance of the EBS volume but does not assist with processing. More CPU is needed, i.e., by spreading across instances.
Incorrect, run the application on a bare metal Amazon EC2 instance is incorrect. Bare metal instances are used for workloads that require access to the hardware feature set, such as Intel VTX, for applications that need to run in non-virtualized environments for licensing or support requirements, or for customers who wish to use their own hypervisor. Next question. A user is planning to launch 3 EC2 instances behind a single elastic load balancer. The deployment should be highly available. And the options are: Option 1. Launch the instances as EC2 spot instances in the same AWS region and the same availability zone. Option 2. Launch the instances as EC2 reserved instances in the same AWS region, but in different availability zones. Option 3. Launch the instances in multiple AWS regions, and use elastic IP addresses. Option 4. Launch the instances across multiple availability zones in a single AWS region. And the correct answer is option 4. Launch the instances across multiple availability zones in a single AWS region. Explanation. To make the deployment highly available, the user should launch the instances across multiple availability zones in a single AWS region. Elastic load balancers can only serve targets in a single region, so it is not possible to deploy across regions. Correct. Launch the instances across multiple availability zones in a single AWS region is the correct answer. Incorrect. Launch the instances as EC2 spot instances in the same AWS region and the same availability zone is incorrect. The pricing model is not relevant to high availability, and deploying in a single Aws does not result in a highly available deployment. Incorrect. Launch the instances in multiple AWS regions, and use elastic IP addresses is incorrect. You cannot use an ELB with instances in multiple regions, and using an EIP does not help. Incorrect. Launch the instances as EC2 reserved instances in the same AWS region, but in different availability zones is incorrect. Using reserved instances may not be appropriate, as we do not know whether this is going to be a long-term workload or not. Next question. A company has many underutilized compute resources on premises. Which AWS cloud feature will help resolve this issue? And the options are: option 1. Global deployment. Option 2. Elasticity. Option 3. Fault tolerance. Option 4. High availability. And the correct answer is option 2. Elasticity. Explanation. Elasticity can resolve the issue of underutilization, as you can easily and automatically adjust the resource allocations for your compute resources based on actual utilization. This ensures that you have the right amount of resources and do not pay for more than you need. Correct. Elasticity is the correct answer. Incorrect. High availability is incorrect. This does not help with resolving underutilization. Incorrect. Fault tolerance is incorrect. This does not help with resolving underutilization. Incorrect. Global deployment is incorrect. This does not help with resolving underutilization. Next question. A cloud practitioner requires point-in-time recovery, PITR, for an Amazon DynamoDB table. Who is responsible for configuring and performing backups? And the options are: option 1. AWS is responsible for configuring and the user is responsible for performing backups. Option 2. AWS is responsible for both tasks. Option 3. The customer is responsible for both tasks. Option 4. The customer is responsible for configuring and AWS is responsible for performing backups. And the correct answer is option 4. The customer is responsible for configuring and AWS is responsible for performing backups. Explanation. Point-in-time recovery, PITR, provides continuous backups of your DynamoDB table data. When enabled, DynamoDB maintains incremental backups of your table for the last 35 days until you explicitly turn it off. It is a customer responsibility to enable PITR on, and AWS is responsible for actually performing the backups. Correct. The customer is responsible for configuring and AWS is responsible for performing backups is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS is responsible for configuring and the user is responsible for performing backups is incorrect. This is backwards. Users are responsible for configuring and AWS is responsible for performing backups. Incorrect. AWS is responsible for both tasks is incorrect. This is not true, as users must configure PITR. Incorrect. The customer is responsible for both tasks is incorrect. This is not true. AWS perform the backups. Next question. AWS are able to continually reduce their pricing due to. And the options are: option 1. Compute savings plans. Option 2. Elastic compute services. Option 3. Economies of scale. Option 4. Pay-as-you-go pricing. And the correct answer is option 3. Economies of scale. Explanation. By using cloud computing, you can achieve a lower variable cost than you can get on your own. Because usage from hundreds of thousands of customers is aggregated in the cloud, providers such as AWS can achieve higher economies of scale, which translates into lower pay-as-you-go prices. Correct. Economies of scale is the correct answer. Incorrect. Pay-as-you-go pricing is incorrect. This is a benefit to the customer but is not the reason the actual unit prices are continually being reduced. Incorrect. Elastic compute services is incorrect. Elasticity is useful for scaling your resources and aligning costs with demand, but is not why AWS prices are being lowered. Incorrect. Compute savings plans is incorrect. This is another feature you can take advantage of for bigger discounts, but is not the reason for prices being lowered. Next question. When running applications in the AWS cloud, which common tasks can AWS manage on behalf of their customers? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Patching database software. Option 2. Taking a backup of a database. Option 3. Application security testing. Option 4. Application source code auditing. Option 5. Creating a database schema. And the correct answers are: Option 1. Patching database software. And Option 2. Taking a backup of a database. Explanation. With AWS Managed Services, you can reduce your time spent performing common IT tasks. With services such as Amazon RDS, AWS will patch the database host operating system and database software and perform patch management activities. Correct. Patching database software is a correct answer. Correct. Taking a backup of a database is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Application source code auditing is incorrect. AWS does not audit your source code. You can use Amazon Code Guru for recommendations for improvement though. Incorrect. Creating a database schema is incorrect. AWS does not create your schema, this is something that's in the customer's control. Incorrect. Application security testing is incorrect. AWS does not perform any security testing of your applications. Question 61. A website has a global customer base and users have reported poor performance when connecting to the site. Which AWS service will improve the customer experience by reducing latency? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon ElastiCache. Option 2. Amazon CloudFront. Option 3. Amazon Ec2 Auto-Scaling. Option 4. AWS Direct Connect. And the correct answer is Option 2. Amazon CloudFront. Explanation. Amazon CloudFront is a fast content delivery network, CDN, service that securely delivers data, videos, applications, and APIs to customers globally with low latency, high transfer speeds, all within a developer-friendly environment. Correct. Amazon CloudFront is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is incorrect. Direct Connect is a private network connection between an on-premises data center and AWS. Incorrect. Amazon Ec2 Auto-Scaling is incorrect. Auto-scaling launches and terminates instances. This does not reduce latency for global users. Incorrect. Amazon ElastiCache is incorrect. ElastiCache is a database caching service. It is not used to cache websites. Next question. How does the AWS cloud increase the speed and agility of execution for customers? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Scalable compute capacity. Option 2. Lower cost of deployment. Option 3. Private connections to data centers. Option 4. Secured data centers. Option 5. Fast provisioning of resources. And the correct answers are: Option 1. Scalable compute capacity. And Option 5. Fast provisioning of resources. Explanation. The ability to quickly provision resources on AWS is a good example of speed and agility. On AWS, the resources are readily available and can be deployed extremely quickly. Scalable compute capacity is another example, as it gives you the agility to easily reconfigure your resources with more or less capacity as is required. Correct. Fast provisioning of resources is a correct answer. Correct. Scalable compute capacity is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Private connections to data centers is incorrect. A private connection to a data center is not an example of speed and agility. Incorrect. Secured data centers is incorrect. Secured data centers are not an example of speed and agility. Incorrect. Lower cost of deployment is incorrect. This is not an example of speed and agility. Next question. An individual IAM user must be granted access to an Amazon S3 bucket using a bucket policy. Which element in the S3 bucket policy should be updated to define the user account for which access will be granted? And the options are: Option 1. Resource. Option 2. Principal. Option 3. Condition. Option 4. Action. And the correct answer is option 2. Principal. Explanation. The principal element specifies the user, account, service, or other entity that is allowed or denied access to a resource. The bucket policy below has a principal element set to which is a wildcard, meaning any user. To grant access to a specific IAM user, the following format can be used. Principal, AWS, ARN, AWS, IAM::Aws account number user/username. Correct, principal is the correct answer. Incorrect, action is incorrect. Actions are the permissions that you can specify in a policy. Incorrect, resource is incorrect. Resources are the ARNs of resources you wish to specify permissions for. Incorrect, condition is incorrect. Conditions define certain conditions to apply when granting permissions, such as the source IP address of the caller. Next question. A company is designing a new service that must align with the operational excellence pillar of the AWS well-architected framework. Which design principles should the company follow? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Anticipate failure. Option 2. Perform operations as code. Option 3. Create static operational procedures. Option 4. Perform manual operations. Option 5. Make large-scale changes. And the correct answers are: Option 1. Anticipate failure. And Option 2. Perform operations as code. Explanation. AWS well-architected helps cloud architects build secure, high-performing, resilient, and efficient infrastructure for their applications and workloads. There are 5 pillars, and under the operational excellence pillar the following best practices are recommended. Perform operations as code. Make frequent, small, reversible changes. Refine operations procedures frequently. Anticipate failure. Learn from all operational failures. Correct, anticipate failure is the correct answer. Correct, perform operations as code is also a correct answer. Incorrect, make large-scale changes is incorrect. This is not an operational best practice. Incorrect, perform manual operations is incorrect. This is not an operational best practice. Incorrect, create static operational procedures is incorrect. This is not an operational best practice. Next question. What is the best practice for managing AWS IAM access keys? And the options are: Option 1. Never use access keys, always use IAM roles. Option 2. Customers should rotate access keys regularly. Option 3. There is no need to manage access keys. Option 4. AWS rotate access keys on a schedule. And the correct answer is Option 2. Customers should rotate access keys regularly. Explanation. It is a security best practice to rotate access keys regularly. This practice ensures that if access keys are compromised, the security exposure is mitigated. Correct, customers should rotate access keys regularly is the correct answer. Incorrect, there is no need to manage access keys is incorrect. This is not true, you must rotate access keys. Incorrect, AWS rotate access keys on a schedule is incorrect. AWS do not rotate your access keys. Incorrect, never use access keys, always use IAM roles is incorrect. It is often better and more secure to use IAM roles for some uses, but it is certainly not the case that you should never use access keys. Next question. Which of the following best describes an availability zone in the AWS cloud? And the options are: Option 1. One or more physical data centers. Option 2. A subnet for deploying resources into. Option 3. A completely isolated geographic location. Option 4. One or more edge locations based around the world. And the correct answer is Option 1. One or more physical data centers. Explanation. An availability zone, AWS, is one or more discrete data centers with redundant power, networking, and connectivity in an AWS region. AWSs give customers the ability to operate production applications and databases that are more highly available, fault-tolerant, and scalable than would be possible from a single data center. The diagram below shows how AWSs relate to AWS regions. Correct, one or more physical data centers is the correct answer. Incorrect, a completely isolated geographic location is incorrect. This is a description of an AWS region. Incorrect, One or more edge locations based around the world is incorrect. Edge locations are used by Amazon CloudFront for caching content. Incorrect. A subnet for deploying resources into is incorrect. Subnets are created within Aws's. Next question. What can a cloud practitioner use the AWS Total Cost of Ownership, TCO, calculator for? And the options are: Option 1. Estimate savings when comparing the AWS cloud to an on-premises environment. Option 2. Generate reports that break down AWS cloud compute costs by duration, resource, or tags. Option 3. Enable billing alerts to monitor actual AWS costs compared to estimated costs. Option 4. Estimate a monthly bill for the AWS cloud resources that will be used. And the correct answer is Option 1. Estimate savings when comparing the AWS cloud to an on-premises environment. Explanation. The TCO calculators allow you to estimate the cost savings when using AWS, compared to on-premises, and provide a detailed set of reports that can be used in executive presentations. The calculators also give you the option to modify assumptions that best meet your business needs. Correct. Estimate savings when comparing the AWS cloud to an on-premises environment is the correct answer. Incorrect. Generate reports that break down AWS cloud compute costs by duration, resource, or tags is incorrect. This describes the AWS cost and usage report. Incorrect. Estimate a monthly bill for the AWS cloud resources that will be used is incorrect. This describes the AWS pricing calculator, or simple monthly calculator. Incorrect. Enable billing alerts to monitor actual AWS costs compared to estimated costs is incorrect. Billing alerts can be enabled using Amazon Cloud Watch. Next question. A company planned to move the application development to AWS. Which benefits can they achieve when developing and running applications in the AWS cloud compared to on-premises? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS will fully manage the entire application. Option 2. AWS automatically replicates all data globally. Option 3. AWS takes care of application security patching. Option 4. AWS can accommodate large changes in application demand. Option 5. AWS makes it easy to implement high availability. And the correct answers are: Option 4. AWS can accommodate large changes in application demand. And Option 5. AWS makes it easy to implement high availability. Explanation. AWS provides many options for high availability, including multiple availability zones within regions and multiple regions around the world. There are also many options to leverage durable data storage, message buses, databases. AWS have a huge global infrastructure with massive amounts of capacity. It is therefore very easy to accommodate large changes in application demand, and this can often be seamless to your application. Correct. AWS makes it easy to implement high availability is a correct answer. Correct. AWS can accommodate large changes in application demand is also a correct answer. Incorrect. AWS automatically replicates all data globally is incorrect. This is not true. Data is not replicated globally unless you configure it do so. Incorrect. AWS will fully manage the entire application is incorrect. This is not true. AWS will not manage your application. Incorrect. AWS takes care of application security patching is incorrect. AWS take care of security patches for the underlying infrastructure but not your application. Next question. Which AWS service is used to send both text and email messages from distributed applications? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Option 2. Amazon Simple Workflow Service, Amazon SWF. Option 3. Amazon Simple Email Service, Amazon SES. Option 4. Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Explanation. Amazon Simple Notification Service, SNS, is a highly available, durable, secure, fully managed pub/sub messaging service that enables you to decouple microservices, distributed systems, and serverless applications. Amazon SNS provides topics for high throughput, push-based, many-to-many messaging. Using Amazon SNS topics, your publisher systems can fan out messages to a large number of subscriber endpoints for parallel processing, including Amazon SQS queues, AWS Lambda functions, and HTTP/S webhooks. Additionally, SNS can be used to fan out notifications to end users using mobile push, SMS, and email. Correct. Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS, is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Simple Email Service, Amazon SES, is incorrect. This service is used for sending email but not SMS text messages. Incorrect. Amazon Simple Workflow Service, Amazon SWF, is incorrect. Amazon SWF helps developers build, run, and scale background jobs that have parallel or sequential steps. You can think of Amazon SWF as a fully managed state tracker and task coordinator in the cloud. Incorrect. Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS, is incorrect. Amazon Simple Queue Service, SQS, is a fully managed message queuing service that enables you to decouple and scale microservices, distributed systems, and serverless applications. Next question. Which AWS support plans provide support via email, chat and phone? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Global. Option 2. Business. Option 3. Basic. Option 4. Enterprise. Option 5. Developer. And the correct answers are Option 2. Business. And Option 4. Enterprise. Explanation. Only the business and enterprise plans provide support via email, chat and phone. Correct. Business is the correct answer. Correct. Enterprise is the correct answer. Incorrect. Basic is incorrect, does not provide support via email, chat and phone. Incorrect. Developer is incorrect, only provides email support. Incorrect. Global is incorrect, is not a support plan offered by AWS. Next question. Which of the statements below is correct in relation to consolidated billing? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. You can combine usage and share volume pricing discounts. Option 2. You pay a fee per linked account. Option 3. You are charged a fee per user. Option 4. You receive one bill per AWS account. Option 5. You receive a single bill for multiple accounts. And the correct answers are: Option 1. You can combine usage and share volume pricing discounts. And Option 5. You receive a single bill for multiple accounts. Explanation. Consolidated billing has the following benefits: one bill, you get one bill for multiple accounts. Easy tracking, you can track the charges across multiple accounts and download the combined cost and usage data. Combined usage, you can combine the usage across all accounts in the organization to share the volume pricing discounts and reserved instance discounts. This can result in a lower charge for your project, department, or company than with individual standalone accounts. Correct. You receive a single bill for multiple accounts is a correct answer. Correct. You can combine usage and share volume pricing discounts is also a correct answer. Incorrect. You receive one bill per AWS account is incorrect, as you receive a single bill for multiple accounts. Incorrect. You pay a fee per linked account is incorrect, as you do not pay a fee. Incorrect. You are charged a fee per user is incorrect, as you do not pay a fee. Next question. Which of the following are valid best practices for using the AWS Identity and Access Management (IAM) service? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Use groups to assign permissions to IAM users. Option 2. Grant maximum privileges to IAM users. Option 3. Embed access keys in application code. Option 4. Create individual IAM users. Option 5. Use inline policies instead of customer-managed policies. And the correct answers are: Option 1. Use groups to assign permissions to IAM users. And Option 4. Create individual IAM users. Explanation. This is the list of valid IAM best practices. Lock away your AWS account root user access keys, create individual IAM users, use groups to assign permissions to IAM users, grant least privilege, get started using permissions with AWS managed policies, use customer managed policies instead of inline policies, use access levels to review IAM permissions, configure a strong password policy for your users, enable MFA, use roles for applications that run on Amazon EC2 instances, use roles to delegate permissions, do not share access keys, rotate credentials regularly, remove unnecessary credentials, use policy conditions for extra security, monitor activity in your AWS account, video presentation about IAM best practices. Correct. Create individual IAM users is a correct answer. Correct. Use groups to assign permissions to IAM users is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Embed access keys in application code is incorrect. This is not a best practice. You should always try and avoid embedding any secret credentials and access keys in application code. Instead, it is preferable to use IAM roles to delegate permission to applications. Incorrect. Use inline policies instead of customer-managed policies is incorrect. This is not a best practice. You should use customer-managed policies instead of inline policies. Incorrect. Grant maximum privileges to IAM users is incorrect. You should instead follow the principle of least privilege and grant the minimum permissions a user needs to perform their job role. Next question. Which AWS service can be used to perform data extract, transform, and load, ETL, operations so you can prepare data for analytics? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Glue. Option 2. Amazon QuickSight. Option 3. Amazon Athena. Option 4. Amazon S3 Select. And the correct answer is Option 1. AWS Glue. Explanation. AWS Glue is a serverless data integration service that makes it easy to discover, prepare, and combine data for analytics, machine learning, and application development. AWS Glue provides all of the capabilities needed for data integration so that you can start analyzing your data and putting it to use in minutes instead of months. AWS Glue provides both visual and code-based interfaces to make data integration easier. Users can easily find and access data using the AWS Glue Data Catalog. Data engineers and ETL, extract, transform, and load, developers can visually create, run, and monitor ETL workflows with a few clicks in AWS Glue Studio. See how AWS Glue works with ETL workloads. Correct. AWS Glue is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon QuickSight is incorrect. Amazon QuickSight is a cloud-native, serverless, business intelligence service. Incorrect. Amazon Athena is incorrect. Amazon Athena is a serverless, interactive query service to query data and analyze big data in Amazon S3 using standard SQL. Incorrect. Amazon S3 Select is incorrect. This service enables applications to retrieve only a subset of data from an object by using simple SQL expressions. Next question. Which AWS service protects against common exploits that could compromise application availability, compromise security, or consume excessive resources? And the options are: Option 1. Security Group. Option 2. AWS Shield. Option 3. Network ACL. Option 4. AWS WAF. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS WAF. Explanation. AWS WAF is a web application firewall that protects against common exploits that could compromise application availability, compromise security, or consume excessive resources. Correct. AWS WAF is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Shield is incorrect. AWS Shield is a managed distributed denial of service, DDoS, protection service. Incorrect. Security Group is incorrect. Security groups are firewalls applied at the instance level. Incorrect. Network ACL is incorrect. Network ACLs are firewalls applied at the subnet level. Next question. Which AWS service can be used to load data from Amazon S3, transform it, and move it to another destination? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Kinesis. Option 2. Amazon EMR. Option 3. Amazon Redshift. Option 4. AWS Glue. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Glue. Explanation. AWS Glue is an extract, transform, and load, ETL, service. You can use AWS Glue with data sources on Amazon S3, Redshift, and other databases. With AWS Glue you transform and move the data to various destinations. It is used to prepare and load data for analytics. Correct. AWS Glue is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Redshift is incorrect. Amazon Redshift is a data warehouse. With a data warehouse you load data from other databases such as transactional SQL databases and run analysis. You can analyze data using SQL and business intelligence tools. Incorrect. Amazon EMR is incorrect. Amazon EMR is a managed Hadoop framework running on Ec2 and S3. It is used for analyzing data, not for ETL. Incorrect. Amazon Kinesis is incorrect. Amazon Kinesis is used for collecting, processing and analyzing real-time streaming data. Question 76. Which of the following should be used to improve the security of access to the AWS Management Console? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS Certificate Manager. Option 2. AWS Multi-Factor Authentication, AWS MFA. Option 3. Security Group Rules. Option 4. AWS Secrets Manager. Option 5. Strong Password Policies. And the correct answers are: Option 2. AWS Multi-Factor Authentication, AWS MFA. And Option 5. Strong Password Policies. Explanation. For extra security, AWS recommends that you require multi-factor authentication, MFA, for all users in your account. With MFA, users have a device that generates a response to an authentication challenge. Both the user's credentials, something you know, and the device-generated response, something you have, are required to complete the sign-in process. If a user's password or access keys are compromised, your account resources are still secure because of the additional authentication requirement. Additionally, strong password policies should be used to enforce measures including minimum password length, complexity, and password reuse restrictions. Correct. AWS Multi-Factor Authentication, AWS MFA, is a correct answer. Correct. Strong password policies is also a correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Secrets Manager is incorrect. This service enables you to easily rotate, manage, and retrieve database credentials, API keys, and other secrets throughout their lifecycle. Incorrect. AWS Certificate Manager is incorrect. This service is used for creating SSL/TLS certificates for use with HTTPS connections. Incorrect. Security Group Rules is incorrect as these are used to restrict traffic to / from your EC2 instances. Next question. What are the names of two types of AWS Storage Gateway? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Block Gateway. Option 2. Gateway Virtual Tape Library. Option 3. File Gateway. Option 4. S3 Gateway. Option 5. Cached Gateway. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Gateway Virtual Tape Library. And Option 3. File Gateway. Explanation. The AWS Storage Gateway service enables hybrid storage between on-premises environments and the AWS cloud. It provides low latency performance by caching frequently accessed data on premises, while storing data securely and durably in Amazon Cloud Storage Services. AWS Storage Gateway supports 3 storage interfaces: File, Volume, and Tape. File Gateway provides a virtual on-premises file server, which enables you to store and retrieve files as objects in Amazon S3. The Volume Gateway represents the family of gateways that support block-based volumes, previously referred to as Gateway Cached and Gateway Stored modes. Tape Gateway, formerly known as Gateway Virtual Tape Library, is used for backup with popular backup software. The diagram below depicts a file gateway. All other answers are bogus and use terms that are associated with storage gateways: S3, block, cached. Correct. File Gateway is a correct answer. Correct. Tape Gateway is also a correct answer. Incorrect. S3 Gateway is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect. Block Gateway is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect. Cached Gateway is incorrect as explained above. Next question. Which benefits can a company immediately realize using the AWS cloud? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. User control of physical infrastructure. Option 2. Increased agility. Option 3. Variable expenses are replaced with capital expenses. Option 4. No responsibility for security. Option 5. Capital expenses are replaced with variable expenses. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Increased agility. And Option 5. Capital expenses are replaced with variable expenses. Explanation. A couple of the benefits that companies will realize immediately when using the AWS cloud are increased agility and a change from capital expenditure to variable operational expenditure. Agility is enabled through the flexibility of cloud services and the ease with which applications can be deployed, scaled, and managed. When using cloud services, you pay for what you use, and this is a variable, operational expense which can be beneficial to company cash flow. Correct. Capital expenses are replaced with variable expenses is a correct answer. Correct. Increased agility is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Variable expenses are replaced with capital expenses is incorrect. This is the wrong way around. Capital expenses are replaced with variable expenses. Incorrect. User control of physical infrastructure is incorrect. This is not true. You do not get control of the physical infrastructure. Incorrect. No responsibility for security is incorrect. This is not true. You are still responsible for security in the cloud. Next question. Amazon S3 is typically used for which of the following use cases? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Install an operating system. Option 2. Host a static website. Option 3. In-memory data cache. Option 4. Media hosting. Option 5. Message queue. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Host a static website. And Option 4. Media hosting. Explanation. Amazon S3 is an object storage system. Typical use cases include backup and storage, application hosting, media hosting, software delivery, and hosting a static website. Correct. Host a static website is the correct answer. Correct. Media hosting is the correct answer. Incorrect. Install an operating system is incorrect. You cannot install an operating system on an object-based storage system. Instead, you need a block-based storage system such as Amazon EBS. Incorrect. In-memory data cache is incorrect. You cannot use Amazon S3 as an in-memory data cache. For this you need a service such as Amazon Elastic Cache. Incorrect. Message queue is incorrect. You cannot use Amazon S3 as a message queue, or at least it is not a typical use case. You should use services such as Amazon SQS or Amazon MQ. Next question. A company has a global user base and needs to deploy AWS services that can decrease network latency for their users. Which services may assist? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Application auto-scaling. Option 2. Amazon CloudFront. Option 3. AWS Global Accelerator. Option 4. AWS Direct Connect. Option 5. Amazon VPC. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Amazon CloudFront. And Option 3. AWS Global Accelerator. Explanation. Amazon CloudFront is a content delivery network, CDN, that caches media assets such as files, photos, and videos in edge locations around the world. This gets your content closer to the user base, which decreases latency. AWS Global Accelerator is a service that can direct users to the nearest AWS region that contains an endpoint for an application. The service utilizes edge locations to decrease latency and then forwards all traffic on the AWS global network, which also decreases latency. Correct. Amazon CloudFront is a correct answer. Correct. AWS Global Accelerator is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon VPC is incorrect as this service does not decrease latency for global users. Incorrect. Application autoscaling is incorrect as this is used to scale applications based on workload. It does not decrease latency. Incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is incorrect as this service does decrease latency but not for a global user base. Next question. Which of the following can be used to identify a specific user who terminated an Amazon RDS-DB instance? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 2. Amazon Inspector. Option 3. AWS Cloud Trail. Option 4. Amazon Cloud Watch. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS Cloud Trail. Explanation. AWS Cloud Trail is a service that enables governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing of your AWS account. With Cloud Trail, you can log, continuously monitor, and retain account activity related to actions across your AWS infrastructure. Cloud Trail provides event history of your AWS account activity, including actions taken through the AWS Management Console, AWS SDKs, command line tools, and other AWS services. This event history simplifies security analysis, resource change tracking, and troubleshooting. In addition, you can use CloudTrail to detect unusual activity in your AWS accounts. These capabilities help simplify operational analysis and troubleshooting. Correct, AWS CloudTrail is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Inspector is incorrect. Inspector is used for running an automated security assessment service on cloud resources. Incorrect, Amazon CloudWatch is incorrect. CloudWatch is used for performance monitoring. Incorrect, AWS Trusted Advisor is incorrect. Trusted Advisor helps you to build your AWS resources in accordance with best practices. Next question. A cloud practitioner needs to migrate 70 terabytes of data from an on-premises data center into the AWS cloud. The company has a slow and unreliable internet connection. Which AWS service can the cloud practitioner leverage to transfer the data? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Storage Gateway. Option 2. Amazon S3 Glacier. Option 3. AWS Data Sync. Option 4. AWS Snowball. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Snowball. Explanation. AWS Snowball is a method of transferring the data using a physical device. A Snowball Edge device can hold up to 80 terabytes, so a single device can be used. This transfer method completely avoids the slow and unreliable internet connection. Correct, AWS Snowball is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon S3 Glacier is incorrect. Glacier is used for archiving data in the cloud. Incorrect, AWS Storage Gateway is incorrect. Storage Gateway is a service that offers options for connecting on-premises storage to the cloud. Incorrect, AWS Data Sync is incorrect. Data Sync uses the internet to transfer data. You can utilize Snowcone, but that only holds up to 8 terabytes per device. Next question. Which of the following compliance programs allows the AWS environment to process, maintain, and store protected health information? And the options are: Option 1. ISO 27001. Option 2. PCI DSS. Option 3. SOC 1. Option 4. HIPAA. And the correct answer is Option 4. HIPAA. Explanation. AWS enables covered entities and their business associates subject to the U.S. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, HIPAA, to use the secure AWS environment to process, maintain, and store protected health information. Correct, HIPAA is the correct answer. Incorrect, ISO 27001 is incorrect, as ISO/IEC 27001 is an information security standard. Incorrect, PCI DSS is incorrect, as PCI DSS is related to the security of credit card payments. Incorrect, SOC 1 is incorrect, as this relates to financial reporting. Next question. A company needs a consistent and dedicated connection between AWS resources and an on-premise system. Which AWS service can fulfill this requirement? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Data Sync. Option 2. AWS Managed VPN. Option 3. Amazon Connect. Option 4. AWS Direct Connect. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Direct Connect. Explanation. An AWS Direct Connect connection is a private, dedicated link to AWS. As it does not use the internet, performance is consistent. The following diagram shows how a corporate data center is connected to AWS using a Direct Connect link via an AWS Direct Connect location. Correct, AWS Direct Connect is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Managed VPN is incorrect. This services uses the public internet, so it is not a dedicated link and performance will not be consistent. Incorrect, Amazon Connect is incorrect. Amazon Connect is an easy-to-use omni-channel cloud contact center that helps companies provide superior customer service at a lower cost. Incorrect, AWS Data Sync is incorrect. AWS Data Sync makes it simple and fast to move large amounts of data online between on-premises storage and Amazon S3, Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS, or Amazon FSx for Windows File Server. Next question. Which AWS services offer compute capabilities? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS Lambda. Option 2. Amazon EFS. Option 3. Amazon Cloud HSM. Option 4. Amazon ECS. Option 5. Amazon DynamoDB. And the correct answers are: Option 1. AWS Lambda. And Option 4. Amazon ECS. Explanation. The Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS, is a compute service that allows you to run Docker containers as tasks on AWS. AWS Lambda is a function as a service offering that provides the ability to run compute functions in response to triggers. Correct, Amazon ECS is a correct answer. Correct, AWS Lambda is also a correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. DynamoDB is a database service. Incorrect, Amazon EFS is incorrect. The Elastic File System, EFS, is a file-based storage system. Incorrect, Amazon Cloud HSM is incorrect. Cloud HSM is a service that is used to securely store and manage encryption keys. Next question. Which AWS service does AWS Snowball Edge natively support? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EC2. Option 2. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 3. AWS Server Migration Service, AWS SMS. Option 4. AWS Database Migration Service, AWS DMS. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon EC2. Explanation. You can run Amazon EC2 compute instances hosted on a Snowball Edge with the SPE1, SPEC, and SPEG instance types. The SPE1 instance type works on devices with the Snowball Edge Storage Optimized option. The SPEC instance type works on devices with the Snowball Edge Compute Optimized option. Both the SPEC and SPEG instance types work on devices with the Snowball Edge Compute Optimized with GPU option. Correct, Amazon EC2 is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Server Migration Service, AWS SMS, is incorrect. AWS SMS does not integrate natively with Snowball Edge. Incorrect, AWS Database Migration Service, AWS DMS, is incorrect. AWS DMS does not integrate natively with Snowball Edge. Incorrect, AWS Trusted Advisor is incorrect. Trusted Advisor does not integrate natively with Snowball Edge. Next question. Which AWS dashboard displays relevant and timely information to help users manage events in progress, and provides proactive notifications to help plan for scheduled activities? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Trusted Advisor Dashboard. Option 2. Amazon Cloud Watch Dashboard. Option 3. AWS Personal Health Dashboard. Option 4. AWS Service Health Dashboard. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS Personal Health Dashboard. Explanation. AWS Personal Health Dashboard provides alerts and remediation guidance when AWS is experiencing events that may impact you. While the Service Health Dashboard displays the general status of AWS services, Personal Health Dashboard gives you a personalized view into the performance and availability of the AWS services underlying your AWS resources. The dashboard displays relevant and timely information to help you manage events in progress, and provides proactive notification to help you plan for scheduled activities. With Personal Health Dashboard, alerts are triggered by changes in the health of AWS resources, giving you event visibility and guidance to help quickly diagnose and resolve issues. Correct, AWS Personal Health Dashboard is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Service Health Dashboard is incorrect. This shows the current status of services across regions. However, it does not provide proactive notifications of scheduled activities or guidance of any kind. Incorrect, AWS Trusted Advisor Dashboard is incorrect. AWS Trusted Advisor is an online tool that provides you real-time guidance to help you provision your resources following AWS best practices. Incorrect, Amazon Cloud Watch Dashboard is incorrect as this service is used for monitoring performance-related information for your infrastructure and resources, not the underlying AWS resources. Next question. Which services are involved with security? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. AWS Cloud HSM. Option 2. AWS SMS. Option 3. AWS KMS. Option 4. AWS DMs. Option 5. Amazon ELB. And the correct answers are Option 1. AWS Cloud HSM. And Option 3. AWS KMS. Explanation. AWS Key Management Service, KMS, gives you centralized control over the encryption keys used to protect your data. AWS Cloud HSM is a cloud-based hardware security module, HSM, that enables you to easily generate and use your own encryption keys on the AWS cloud. Correct. AWS Cloud HSM is a correct answer. Correct. AWS KMS is also a correct answer. Incorrect. AWS DMs is incorrect. AWS Database Migration Service is used for migration of databases. Incorrect. AWS SMS is incorrect. AWS Server Migration Service is used for migration of virtual machines. Incorrect. Amazon ELB is incorrect. Amazon Elastic Load Balancing is used for distributing incoming connections to pools of EC2 instances. Next question. An application stores images which will be retrieved infrequently, but must be available for retrieval immediately. Which is the most cost-effective storage option that meets these requirements? And the options are Option 1. Amazon Glacier with expedited retrievals. Option 2. Amazon S3 Standard Infrequent Access. Option 3. Amazon S3 Standard. Option 4. Amazon EFS. And the correct answer is Option 2. Amazon S3 Standard Infrequent Access. Explanation. Amazon S3 Standard Infrequent Access is the most cost-effective choice. It provides immediate access and is suitable for this use case as it is lower cost than S3 Standard. Note that you must pay a fee for retrievals, which is why you would only use this tier for infrequent access use cases. Correct. Amazon S3 Standard Infrequent Access is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Glacier with expedited retrievals is incorrect. Amazon Glacier with expedited retrievals is fast, 1 to 5 minutes, but not immediate. Incorrect. Amazon EFS is incorrect. Amazon EFS is a high-performance file system and not ideally suited to this scenario. It is also not the most cost-effective option. Incorrect. Amazon S3 Standard is incorrect. Amazon S3 Standard provides immediate retrieval but is not less cost-effective compared to standard infrequent access. Next question. According to the shared responsibility model, which security-related task is the responsibility of the customer? And the options are Option 1. Securing servers and racks at AWS data centers. Option 2. Maintaining firewall configurations at a hardware level. Option 3. Maintaining server-side encryption. Option 4. Maintaining physical networking configuration. And the correct answer is Option 3. Maintaining server-side encryption. Explanation. All client-side and server-side encryption is a responsibility of the customer using the AWS cloud. This can be clearly seen in the shared responsibility model infographic below. Correct. Maintaining server-side encryption is the correct answer. Incorrect. Securing servers and racks at AWS data centers is incorrect. This is an AWS responsibility. Incorrect. Maintaining firewall configurations at a hardware level is incorrect. This is an AWS responsibility. Incorrect. Maintaining physical networking configuration is incorrect. This is an AWS responsibility. Question 91. Which AWS service is a fully managed source control service that hosts secure Git-based repositories? And the options are Option 1. AWS Code Pipeline. Option 2. AWS Code Build. Option 3. AWS Code Deploy. Option 4. AWS Code Commit. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Code Commit. Explanation. AWS Code Commit is a fully managed source control service that hosts secure Git-based repositories. It makes it easy for teams to collaborate on code in a secure and highly scalable ecosystem. Code Commit eliminates the need to operate your own source control system or worry about scaling its infrastructure. You can use Code Commit to securely store anything from source code to binaries, and it works seamlessly with your existing Git tools. Correct. AWS Code Commit is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Code Build is incorrect. AWS Code Build is a fully managed continuous integration service that compiles source code, runs tests, and produces software packages that are ready to deploy. Incorrect. AWS Code Deploy is incorrect. Code Deploy is a deployment service that automates application deployments to Amazon EC2 instances, on-premises instances, serverless Lambda functions, or Amazon ECS services. Incorrect. AWS Code Pipeline is incorrect. AWS Code Pipeline is a fully managed continuous delivery service that helps you automate your release pipelines for fast and reliable application and infrastructure updates. Next question. What should a cloud practitioner ensure when designing a highly available architecture on AWS? And the options are: Option 1. Servers have low latency and high throughput network connectivity. Option 2. There are enough servers to run at peak load available at all times. Option 3. A single monolithic application component handles all operations. Option 4. The failure of a single component should not affect the application. And the correct answer is Option 4. The failure of a single component should not affect the application. Explanation. In a highly available system, the failure of a single component should not affect the application. This means that if a single component such as an application server fails, there should be other application servers available that can seamlessly take over operations and ensure the application continues to operate. Correct. The failure of a single component should not affect the application is the correct answer. Incorrect. Servers have low latency and high throughput network connectivity is incorrect. It is not necessary for all architectures to have low latency and high throughput network connectivity, and this does not ensure high availability. Incorrect. There are enough servers to run at peak load available at all times is incorrect. This would be wasteful in terms of resources and cost. There should be enough servers available to handle current load with adequate capacity to operate functionally in the event of a system failure. Additional servers can be launched automatically as the application demand increases. Incorrect. A single monolithic application component handles all operations is incorrect. This is a bad design practice that reduces the availability of the system, as the failure of update of any individual component can bring the whole system down. Next question. Which service can a cloud practitioner use to configure custom cost and usage limits and enable alerts for when defined thresholds are exceeded? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Budgets. Option 2. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 3. Cost Explorer. Option 4. Consolidated Billing. And the correct answer is Option 1. AWS Budgets. Explanation. AWS Budgets allows you to set custom budgets to track your cost and usage. With AWS Budgets, you can choose to be alerted by email or SMS notification when actual or forecasted cost and usage exceed your budget threshold, or when your actual and savings plan's utilization or coverage drops below your desired threshold. Correct. AWS Budgets is the correct answer. Incorrect. Consolidated Billing is incorrect. This is associated with AWS organizations and provides a single bill across multiple member accounts. Incorrect. AWS Trusted Advisor is incorrect. This service provides guidance on AWS best practices. Incorrect. Cost Explorer is incorrect. This service is used for exploring the costs incurred within your account. Next question. A cloud practitioner requires a simple method to identify if unrestricted access to resources has been allowed by security groups. Which service can the cloud practitioner use? And the options are: Option 1. VPC Flow Logs. Option 2. AWS Cloud Trail. Option 3. Amazon Cloud Watch. Option 4. AWS Trusted Advisor. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Trusted Advisor. Explanation. AWS Trusted Advisor checks security groups for rules that allow unrestricted access, 0.0.0.00, to specific ports. Unrestricted access increases opportunities for malicious activity, hacking, denial of service attacks, loss of data. The ports with highest risk are flagged red, and those with less risk are flagged yellow. Ports flagged green are typically used by applications that require unrestricted access, such as HTTP and SMTP. The following image shows the results of the security group checks in an AWS account. Correct. AWS Trusted Advisor is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Cloud Watch is incorrect. Cloud Watch is used for performance monitoring. Incorrect. VPC flow logs is incorrect. VPC flow logs are used to capture network traffic information. They will not easily identify unrestricted security groups. Incorrect. AWS CloudTrail is incorrect. This service is used for auditing API actions. Next question. Which AWS managed service can be used to process vast amounts of data using a hosted Hadoop framework? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Athena. Option 2. Amazon EMR. Option 3. Amazon Redshift. Option 4. Amazon DynamoDB. And the correct answer is Option 2. Amazon EMR. Explanation. Amazon Elastic Map Reduce, EMR, is a web service that enables businesses, researchers, data analysts, and developers to easily and cost-effectively process vast amounts of data. EMR utilizes a hosted Hadoop framework running on Amazon EC2 and Amazon S3. Correct. Amazon EMR is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. DynamoDB is not a hosted Hadoop framework, it is a NoSQL database. Incorrect. Amazon Athena is incorrect. Amazon Athena is a serverless, interactive query service to query data and analyze big data in Amazon S3 using standard SQL. Incorrect. Amazon Redshift is incorrect. Amazon Redshift is a fast, simple, cost-effective data warehousing service. Next question. Which Amazon EC2 pricing model should be avoided if a workload cannot accept interruption if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable? And the options are: Option 1. Standard reserved instances. Option 2. Convertible reserved instances. Option 3. Spot instances. Option 4. On-demand instances. And the correct answer is Option 3. Spot instances. Explanation. Amazon EC2 spot instances let you take advantage of unused EC2 capacity in the AWS cloud. Spot instances are available at up to a 90% discount compared to on-demand prices. The downside is that if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable, your instances may be terminated. Correct. Spot instances is the correct answer. Incorrect. On-demand instances is incorrect. On-demand instances are not subject to interruption if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable. Incorrect. Standard reserved instances is incorrect. Reserved instances are not subject to interruption if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable. Incorrect. Convertible reserved instances is incorrect. Reserved instances are not subject to interruption if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable. Next question. Which on-premises costs must be included in a total cost of ownership, TCO, calculation when comparing against the AWS cloud? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Operating System Administration. Option 2. Database Schema Development. Option 3. Project Management Services. Option 4. Network Infrastructure in the Data Center. Option 5. Physical Compute Hardware. And the correct answers are: Option 4. Network Infrastructure in the Data Center. And Option 5. Physical Compute Hardware. Explanation. When performing a TCO analysis, you must include all costs you are currently incurring in the on-premises environment that you will not pay for in the AWS cloud. This should include labor costs for activities that will be reduced or eliminated. Labor costs that will continue to be incurred in the cloud need not be included. Correct. Physical compute hardware is a correct answer. Correct. Network infrastructure in the data center is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Operating system administration is incorrect. You don't need to include these costs as you will continue to incur them in the AWS cloud. Incorrect. Project management services is incorrect. You don't need to include these costs as you will continue to incur them in the AWS cloud. Incorrect. Database schema development is incorrect. You don't need to include these costs as you will continue to incur them in the AWS cloud. Next question. A user needs an automated security assessment report that will identify unintended network access to Amazon EC2 instances and vulnerabilities on those instances. Which AWS service will provide this assessment report? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Macie. Option 2. Amazon Inspector. Option 3. EC2 Security Groups. Option 4. AWS Config. And the correct answer is Option 2. Amazon Inspector. Explanation. Amazon Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Amazon Inspector automatically assesses applications for exposure, vulnerabilities, and deviations from best practices. After performing an assessment, Amazon Inspector produces a detailed list of security findings prioritized by level of severity. These findings can be reviewed directly or as part of detailed assessment reports which are available via the Amazon Inspector console or API. Correct, Amazon Inspector is the correct answer. Incorrect, Ec2 security groups is incorrect. Security groups are instance-level firewalls used for controlling network traffic reaching and leaving Ec2 instances. Incorrect, AWS Config is incorrect. AWS Config is a service that enables you to assess, audit, and evaluate the configurations of your AWS resources. Incorrect, Amazon Macie is incorrect. Amazon Macie is a fully managed data security and data privacy service that uses machine learning and pattern matching to discover and protect sensitive data in AWS. Next question. Which AWS service can be used to run Docker containers? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon ECS. Option 2. Amazon ECR. Option 3. AWS Lambda. Option 4. Amazon AMI. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon ECS. Explanation. Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS, is a highly scalable, high-performance container management service that supports Docker containers and allows you to easily run applications on a managed cluster of Amazon EC2 instances. Correct, Amazon ECS is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Lambda is incorrect. AWS Lambda is a serverless technology that lets you run code in response to events as functions. Incorrect, Amazon ECR is incorrect. Amazon Elastic Container Registry, ECR, is a fully managed Docker container registry that makes it easy for developers to store, manage, and deploy Docker container images. Incorrect, Amazon AMI is incorrect. Amazon Machine Images, AMI, store configuration information for Amazon EC2 instances. Next question. A company requires a dashboard for reporting when using a business intelligence solution. Which AWS service can a cloud practitioner use? Which AWS service can be used? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Athena. Option 2. Amazon Redshift. Option 3. Amazon Kinesis. Option 4. Amazon Quick Site. And the correct answer is Option 4. Amazon Quick Site. Explanation. Amazon Quick Site is a scalable, serverless, embeddable, machine learning-powered business intelligence service built for the cloud. Quick Site lets you easily create and publish interactive dashboards that include machine learning-powered insights. Quick Site dashboards can be accessed from any device and seamlessly embedded into your applications, portals, and websites. Correct, Amazon Quick Site is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Redshift is incorrect. Redshift is a data warehouse solution, not a dashboard. You can use Quick Site with Redshift. Incorrect, Amazon Kinesis is incorrect. This is a service for collecting streaming data. Incorrect, Amazon Athena is incorrect. Athena is used for running SQL queries on data in Amazon S3. Next question. According to the shared responsibility mode, which security and compliance task is AWS responsible for? And the options are: Option 1. Updating operating systems. Option 2. Updating Amazon EC2 host firmware. Option 3. Encrypting data at rest. Option 4. Granting permissions to users and services. And the correct answer is Option 2. Updating Amazon EC2 host firmware. Explanation. According to the AWS Shared Responsibility Model, AWS are responsible for security of the cloud. This includes updating the firmware of the EC2 host servers on which instances run. All of the other answers are incorrect as they represent security in the cloud, which is a customer responsibility. Correct, updating Amazon EC2 host firmware is the correct answer. Incorrect, granting permissions to users and services is incorrect as this is a customer responsibility. Incorrect, encrypting data at rest is incorrect as this is a customer responsibility. Incorrect, Updating operating systems is incorrect as this is a customer responsibility. Next question. How should an organization deploy an application running on multiple EC2 instances to ensure that a power failure does not cause an application outage? And the options are: Option 1. Launch the EC2 instances into different availability zones. Option 2. Launch the EC2 instances into edge locations. Option 3. Launch the EC2 instances into different VPCs. Option 4. Launch the EC2 instances in separate regions. And the correct answer is Option 1. Launch the EC2 instances into different availability zones. Explanation. If you have multiple EC2 instances that are part of an application, you should deploy them into separate availability zones, Aws's. Each Aws has redundant power and is also fed from a different grid. Aws's also have low latency network links, which is often advantageous for most applications. You do not need to deploy into separate regions to prevent a power outage bringing your application down. Aws's have redundant power and grids, so you are safe deploying your applications into multiple Aws's. If you split your applications across regions, you introduce latency which may impact your application. You may also run into data sovereignty issues in some cases. Deploying your EC2 instances into different VPCs is not required and would complicate your application deployment. Also, bear in mind that VPCs within a region use the same underlying infrastructure, so deploying into different VPCs may still result in your EC2 instances being deployed into the same Aws's. It is a best practice to deploy into separate Aws's. Correct. Launch the EC2 instances into different availability zones is the correct answer. Incorrect. Launch the EC2 instances in separate regions is incorrect as described above. Incorrect. Launch the EC2 instances into different VPCs is incorrect as described above. Incorrect. Launch the EC2 instances into edge locations is incorrect. You cannot deploy EC2 instances into edge locations. Next question. Which AWS service can be used to host a static website? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon S3. Option 2. Amazon EBS. Option 3. Amazon EFS. Option 4. AWS Cloud Formation. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon S3. Explanation. You can use Amazon S3 to host a static website. On a static website, individual web pages include static content. They might also contain client-side scripts. By contrast, a dynamic website relies on server-side processing, including server-side scripts such as PHP, JSP, or ASP.NET. Amazon S3 does not support server-side scripting, but AWS has other resources for hosting dynamic websites. Correct. Amazon S3 is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon EBS is incorrect as it cannot be used to host a static website. Incorrect. AWS Cloud Formation is incorrect as it cannot be used to host a static website. Incorrect. Amazon EFS is incorrect as it cannot be used to host a static website. Next question. Which AWS hybrid storage service enables a user's on-premises applications to seamlessly use AWS cloud storage? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Storage Gateway. Option 2. AWS Backup. Option 3. AWS Direct Connect. Option 4. Amazon Connect. And the correct answer is Option 1. AWS Storage Gateway. Explanation. AWS Storage Gateway is a hybrid cloud storage service that gives you on-premises access to virtually unlimited cloud storage. Customers use Storage Gateway to simplify storage management and reduce costs for key hybrid cloud storage use cases. These include moving tape backups to the cloud, reducing on-premises storage with cloud-backed file shares, providing low-latency access to data in AWS for on-premises applications, as well as various migration, archiving, processing, and disaster recovery use cases. Correct. AWS Storage Gateway is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Backup is incorrect. AWS Backup is a fully managed backup service that makes it easy to centralize and automate the backup of data across AWS services. It is not used for connecting on-premises storage to cloud storage. Incorrect. Amazon Connect is incorrect. Amazon Connect is an easy-to-use omni-channel cloud contact center that helps companies provide superior customer service at a lower cost. It has nothing to do with storing data. Incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is a cloud service solution that makes it easy to establish a dedicated network connection from your premises to AWS. It is not related to storage of data. Next question. What can be used to allow an application running on an Amazon EC2 instance to securely store data in an Amazon S3 bucket without using long-term credentials? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Systems Manager. Option 2. AWS IAM Access Key. Option 3. AWS IAM Role. Option 4. Amazon Connect. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS IAM Role. Explanation. An IAM role is an IAM identity that you can create in your account that has specific permissions. An IAM role is similar to an IAM user, in that it is an AWS identity with permission policies that determine what the identity can and cannot do in AWS. However, instead of being uniquely associated with one person, a role is intended to be assumable by anyone who needs it. Also, a role does not have standard long-term credentials such as a password or access keys associated with it. Instead, when you assume a role, it provides you with temporary security credentials for your role session. Correct, AWS IAM Role is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Systems Manager is incorrect. This service manages Amazon EC2 instances. Incorrect, Amazon Connect is incorrect. This is a contact center service. Incorrect, AWS IAM Access Key is incorrect. Access keys are considered long-term credentials and therefore should not be embedded on EC2 instances in code. Using a role is more secure. Question 106. Which cloud architecture design principle is supported by deploying workloads across multiple availability zones? And the options are: Option 1. Automate infrastructure. Option 2. Design for agility. Option 3. Design for failure. Option 4. Enable elasticity. And the correct answer is Option 3. Design for failure. Explanation. Amazon EC2 instances can be deployed in an Amazon VPC across multiple availability zones. You would then typically use an elastic load balancer, ELB, to distribute load between the available instances. This architecture enables high availability as if a single instance fails or if something fails that causes an outage in an entire availability zone, the application still has available instances to continue to service demand. Correct, design for failure is the correct answer. Incorrect, design for agility is incorrect. This is not an example of agility, it is an example of high availability and fault tolerance. Incorrect, automate infrastructure is incorrect. This is not an example of automating. Incorrect, enable elasticity is incorrect. This is not an example of elasticity. Elasticity would be enabled by using Amazon EC2 auto-scaling. Next question. A cloud practitioner wants to configure the AWS CLI for programmatic access to AWS services. Which credential components are required? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. A public key. Option 2. A private key. Option 3. An access key ID. Option 4. An IAM role. Option 5. A secret access key. And the correct answers are: Option 3. An access key ID. And Option 5. A secret access key. Explanation. Access keys are long-term credentials for an IAM user or the AWS account root user. You can use access keys to sign programmatic requests to the AWS CLI or AWS API, directly or using the AWS SDK. Access keys consist of two parts: an access key ID, for example, a Aws Foden 7 example, and a secret access key, for example, W. Jalark Schutenfemi /K7 Mdeng /B. PX. Urfasai example key. Like a username and password, you must use both the access key ID and secret access key together to authenticate your requests. Manage your access keys as securely as you do your username and password. Correct, an access key ID is a correct answer. Correct, a secret access key is also a correct answer. Incorrect, a public key is incorrect. Public/private keys are used for encryption and are also associated with the key pairs used to authenticate to EC2 instances. Incorrect, a private key is incorrect. Public/private keys are used for encryption and are also associated with the key pairs used to authenticate to EC2 instances. Incorrect, An IAM role is incorrect. IAM roles are not used for configuring the CLI for programmatic access. They can be used for delegating access to AWS services and cross-account access. Next question. Which AWS service should a cloud practitioner use to establish a secure network connection between an on-premises network and AWS? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Mobile Hub. Option 2. Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, VPC. Option 3. AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF. Option 4. Virtual Private Network. And the correct answer is Option 4. Virtual Private Network. Explanation. AWS Virtual Private Network solutions establish secure connections between your on-premises networks, remote offices, client devices, and the AWS Global Network. Correct, Virtual Private Network is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Mobile Hub is incorrect. This service is used for building, testing, and monitoring mobile applications that make use of one or more AWS services. Incorrect, AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF, is incorrect. This service is used for protecting against common web exploits. Incorrect, Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, VPC, is incorrect. This is a virtual network in the cloud. You connect your AWS VPN to your Amazon VPC. Next question. Which of the following tasks can a user perform to optimize Amazon EC2 costs? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Create users in a single region to reduce the spread of EC2 instances globally. Option 2. Create a policy to restrict IAM users from accessing the Amazon EC2 console. Option 3. Implement auto-scaling groups to add and remove instances based on demand. Option 4. Set a budget to limit spending on Amazon EC2 instances using AWS budgets. Option 5. Purchase Amazon EC2 reserved instances. And the correct answers are: Option 3. Implement auto-scaling groups to add and remove instances based on demand. And Option 5. Purchase Amazon EC2 reserved instances. Explanation. Cost optimization can include using auto-scaling groups to scale the number of EC2 instances according to actual demand. Also, using Amazon EC2 reserved instances for suitable workloads is a good way of optimizing costs over the longer term. Correct, implement auto-scaling groups to add and remove instances based on demand is a correct answer. Correct, purchase Amazon EC2 reserved instances is also a correct answer. Incorrect, create a policy to restrict IAM users from accessing the Amazon EC2 console is incorrect. This is not an optimization strategy, it will just prevent access completely, which could be going too far. Incorrect, set a budget to limit spending on Amazon EC2 instances using AWS budgets is incorrect. You can use AWS budgets to notify you of spend but not to actually limit spend. Incorrect, create users in a single region to reduce the spread of EC2 instances globally is incorrect. You cannot create users in a single region, all IAM users are global. Next question. What is the function of Amazon EC2 auto-scaling? And the options are: Option 1. Automatically updates the EC2 pricing model, based on demand. Option 2. Scales the size of EC2 instances up or down automatically, based on demand. Option 3. Scales the number of EC2 instances in or out automatically, based on demand. Option 4. Automatically modifies the network throughput of EC2 instances, based on demand. And the correct answer is Option 3. Scales the number of EC2 instances in or out automatically, based on demand. Explanation. Amazon EC2 auto-scaling helps you maintain application availability and allows you to automatically add or remove EC2 instances according to conditions you define. You can use the fleet management features of Ec2 auto-scaling to maintain the health and availability of your fleet. You can also use the dynamic and predictive scaling features of Ec2 auto-scaling to add or remove Ec2 instances. Correct, scales the number of Ec2 instances in or out automatically, based on demand. Is the correct answer. Incorrect, scales the size of Ec2 instances up or down automatically, based on demand. Is incorrect. Auto-scaling adjusts the number of Ec2 instances, not the size of Ec2 instances. Incorrect, automatically updates the Ec2 pricing model, based on demand. Is incorrect. Auto-scaling does not change pricing models. Incorrect, Automatically modifies the network throughput of Ec2 instances, based on demand. Is incorrect. Auto-scaling does not modify network throughput for instances. Next question. What are the benefits of using the AWS Managed Services? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Baseline integration with ISM tools. Option 2. Alignment with idle processes. Option 3. Managed applications so you can focus on infrastructure. Option 4. Support for all AWS services. Option 5. Designed for small businesses. And the correct answers are: Option 1. Baseline integration with ISM tools. And Option 2. Alignment with idle processes. Explanation. AWS Managed Services manages the daily operations of your AWS infrastructure in alignment with idle processes. AWS Managed Services provides a baseline integration with IT Service Management, ITSM, tools such as the ServiceNow platform. AWS Managed Services provides ongoing management of your AWS infrastructure so you can focus on your applications. By implementing best practices to maintain your infrastructure, AWS Managed Services helps to reduce your operational overhead and risk. AWS Managed Services currently supports the 20+ services most critical for enterprises, and will continue to expand our list of integrated AWS services. AWS Managed Services is designed to meet the needs of enterprises that require stringent SLAs, adherence to corporate compliance, and integration with their systems and idle-based processes. Correct. Alignment with idle processes is a correct answer. Correct. Baseline integration with ISM tools is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Managed applications so you can focus on infrastructure is incorrect as this is not offered by AWS Managed Services. Incorrect. Designed for small businesses is incorrect as the service is designed for enterprises. Incorrect. Support for all AWS services is incorrect as the service does not support all AWS services. Next question. Which of the following security operations tasks must be performed by AWS customers? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Collecting syslog messages from physical firewalls. Option 2. Installing security updates on Ec2 instances. Option 3. Installing security updates for server firmware. Option 4. Issuing data center access keycards. Option 5. Enabling multi-factor authentication, MFA, for privileged users. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Installing security updates on Ec2 instances. And Option 5. Enabling multi-factor authentication, MFA, for privileged users. Explanation. The customer is responsible for installing security updates on Ec2 instances and enabling MFA. AWS is responsible for security of the physical data center and the infrastructure upon which customer services run. Correct. Installing security updates on Ec2 instances is a correct answer. Correct. Enabling multi-factor authentication, MFA, for privileged users is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Collecting syslog messages from physical firewalls is incorrect as this is an AWS responsibility. Incorrect. Issuing data center access keycards is incorrect as this is an AWS responsibility. Incorrect. Installing security updates for server firmware is incorrect as this is an AWS responsibility. Next question. How can a security compliance officer retrieve AWS compliance documentation such as a SOC 2 report? And the options are: Option 1. Using AWS Artifact. Option 2. Using the AWS Personal Health Dashboard. Option 3. Using AWS Trusted Advisor. Option 4. Using AWS Inspector. And the correct answer is: Option 1. Using AWS Artifact. Explanation. AWS Artifact, available in the console, is a self-service audit artifact retrieval portal that provides our customers with on-demand access to AWS compliance documentation and AWS agreements. You can use AWS Artifact reports to download AWS security and compliance documents, such as AWS ISO certifications, payment card industry, PCI, and System and Organization Control, SOC, reports. Correct. Using AWS Artifact is the correct answer. Incorrect. Using AWS Trusted Advisor is incorrect. AWS Trusted Advisor is an online resource to help you reduce cost, increase performance, and improve security by optimizing your AWS environment. Incorrect. Using AWS Inspector is incorrect. Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Incorrect. Using the AWS Personal Health Dashboard is incorrect. AWS Personal Health Dashboard provides alerts and remediation guidance when AWS is experiencing events that may impact you. Next question. Which of the following are AWS recommended best practices in relation to IAM? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Grant greatest privilege. Option 2. Create individual IAM users. Option 3. Enable MFA for all users. Option 4. Embed access keys in application code. Option 5. Assign permissions to users. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Create individual IAM users. And Option 3. Enable MFA for all users. Explanation. AWS recommends that you create individual IAM users rather than sharing IAM user accounts. For extra security, AWS recommends that you require multi-factor authentication, MFA, for all users in your account. For privileged IAM users who are allowed to access sensitive resources or API operations, AWS recommend using U2F or hardware MFA devices. Correct. Create individual IAM users is the correct answer. Correct. Enable MFA for all users is the correct answer. Incorrect. Assign permissions to users is incorrect. You should use groups to assign permissions to IAM users and should avoid embedding access keys in application code. Incorrect. Embed access keys in application code is incorrect as this is against best practice as it is highly insecure. Incorrect. Grant greatest privilege is incorrect. AWS recommend creating individual IAM users and assigning the least privilege necessary for them to perform their role. Next question. According to the AWS shared responsibility model, which task is the customer's responsibility? And the options are: Option 1. Maintaining Amazon API Gateway infrastructure. Option 2. Updating the guest operating system on Amazon EC2 instances. Option 3. Updating the operating system of AWS Lambda instances. Option 4. Maintaining the infrastructure needed to run Amazon DynamoDB. And the correct answer is Option 2. Updating the guest operating system on Amazon EC2 instances. Explanation. According to the AWS shared responsibility model, updating Amazon EC2 guest operating systems falls under the area of security in the cloud, which is a customer responsibility. With EC2, AWS manage the underlying platform on which EC2 runs, but you must launch and manage your operating systems. Correct. Updating the guest operating system on Amazon EC2 instances is the correct answer. Incorrect. Maintaining the infrastructure needed to run Amazon DynamoDB is incorrect. This is a responsibility of AWS. Incorrect. Updating the operating system of AWS Lambda instances is incorrect. This is a responsibility of AWS. Incorrect. Maintaining Amazon API Gateway infrastructure is incorrect. This is a responsibility of AWS. Next question. A cloud practitioner noticed that IP addresses that are owned by AWS are being used to attempt to flood ports on some of the company's systems. To whom should the issue be reported? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Partner Network, APN. Option 2. AWS Technical Account Manager, TAM. Option 3. AWS Trust and Safety Team. Option 4. AWS Professional Services. And the correct answer is Option 3. AWS Trust and Safety Team. Explanation. If you suspect that AWS resources are used for abusive purposes, contact the AWS Trust and Safety Team using the Report Amazon AWS Abuse form, or by contacting abuse@amazonaws.com. Provide all the necessary information, including logs in plain text, email headers, and so on, when you submit your request. Correct. AWS Trust and Safety Team is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Professional Services is incorrect. This is not the correct team. Incorrect. AWS Partner Network, APN, is incorrect. This is not the correct team. Incorrect. AWS Technical Account Manager, TAM, is incorrect. This is not the correct team. Next question. Which AWS service should a cloud practitioner use to automate configuration management using Puppet? And the options are: Option 1. AWS CloudFormation. Option 2. AWS Ops Works. Option 3. AWS Systems Manager. Option 4. AWS Config. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Ops Works. Explanation. AWS Ops Works is a configuration management service that provides managed instances of Chef and Puppet. Chef and Puppet are automation platforms that allow you to use code to automate the configurations of your servers. Ops Works lets you use Chef and Puppet to automate how servers are configured, deployed, and managed across your Amazon EC2 instances or on-premises compute environments. Correct. AWS Ops Works is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Config is incorrect. AWS Config is a service that enables you to assess, audit, and evaluate the configurations of your AWS resources. Incorrect. AWS CloudFormation is incorrect. AWS CloudFormation provides a common language for you to model and provision AWS and third-party application resources in your cloud environment. Incorrect. AWS Systems Manager is incorrect. AWS Systems Manager gives you visibility and control of your infrastructure on AWS. Systems Manager provides a unified user interface so you can view operational data from multiple AWS services and allows you to automate operational tasks across your AWS resources. Next question. How can an organization assess application for vulnerabilities and deviations from best practice? And the options are: Option 1. Use AWS Artifact. Option 2. Use AWS Shield. Option 3. Use AWS Inspector. Option 4. Use AWS WAF. And the correct answer is Option 3. Use AWS Inspector. Explanation. Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Inspector automatically assesses applications for vulnerabilities or deviations from best practices. Correct. Use AWS Inspector is the correct answer. Incorrect. Use AWS Artifact is incorrect. AWS Artifact is your go-to, central resource for compliance-related information that matters to you. Incorrect. Use AWS Shield is incorrect. AWS Shield is a managed distributed denial of service, DDoS, protection service. Incorrect. Use AWS WAF is incorrect. AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF, is a firewall service. It is not used for assessing best practice. Next question. Which benefit of AWS enables companies to replace upfront fixed expenses with variable expenses when using on-demand technology services? And the options are: Option 1. High availability. Option 2. Economies of scale. Option 3. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Option 4. Global reach. And the correct answer is Option 3. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Explanation. Pay-as-you-go pricing is an example of the AWS Advantage Trade Capital Expense for variable expense. This is documented in the 6 advantages of cloud computing. Instead of having to invest heavily in data centers and servers before you know how you're going to use them, you can pay only when you consume computing resources, and pay only for how much you consume. Correct. Pay-as-you-go pricing is the correct answer. Incorrect. Economies of scale is incorrect. This is not an example of replacing fixed expenses with variable expenses. The benefit of economies of scale relates to achieving a lower variable cost than you can get on your own. Because usage from hundreds of thousands of customers is aggregated in the cloud, providers such as AWS can achieve higher economies of scale, which translates into lower pay-as-you-go prices. Incorrect. Global reach is incorrect. This is most closely associated with the advantage go global in minutes. With AWS you can easily deploy your application in multiple regions around the world with just a few clicks. This means you can provide lower latency and a better experience for your customers at minimal cost. Incorrect. High availability is incorrect. High availability is not related to pricing. Instead, it means you can design your applications to be available with minimum downtime even when disruptions occur. Next question. AWS are able to continue to reduce their pricing due to. And the options are: Option 1. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Option 2. Economies of scale. Option 3. The AWS global infrastructure. Option 4. Reserved instance pricing. And the correct answer is Option 2. Economies of scale. Explanation. By using cloud computing, you can achieve a lower variable cost than you can get on your own. Because usage from hundreds of thousands of customers is aggregated in the cloud, providers such as AWS can achieve higher economies of scale, which translates into lower pay-as-you-go prices. Correct. Economies of scale is the correct answer. Incorrect. The AWS global infrastructure is incorrect. The global infrastructure is the basis of the AWS platform, but it is not the reason prices continue to reduce. Incorrect. Pay-as-you-go pricing is incorrect. This pricing model is a benefit but not the reason unit prices are reducing. Incorrect. Reserved instance pricing is incorrect. This pricing model results in savings for customers in specific areas but not the reason for the overall reduction in prices. Question 121. Which AWS service or feature allows a company to receive a single monthly AWS bill when using multiple AWS accounts? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Cloud Directory. Option 2. AWS Cost Explorer. Option 3. AWS Cost and Usage Report. Option 4. Consolidated Billing. And the correct answer is Option 4. Consolidated Billing. Explanation. You can use the consolidated billing feature in AWS organizations to consolidate billing and payment for multiple AWS accounts or multiple Amazon Internet Services Private Limited (ASPL) accounts. Every organization in AWS organizations has a master, payer, account that pays the charges of all the member, linked, accounts. Consolidated billing has the following benefits. One bill, you get one bill for multiple accounts. Easy tracking, you can track the charges across multiple accounts and download the combined cost and usage data. Combined usage, you can combine the usage across all accounts in the organization to share the volume pricing discounts, reserved instance discounts, and savings plans. This can result in a lower charge for your project, department, or company than with individual standalone accounts. No extra fee, consolidated billing is offered at no additional cost. Correct, consolidated billing is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Cloud Directory is incorrect. Cloud Directory is used for creating cloud-native directories. This is not related to billing. Incorrect, AWS Cost Explorer is incorrect. AWS Cost Explorer has an easy-to-use interface that lets you visualize, understand, and manage your AWS costs and usage over time. It does not centralize billing. Incorrect, AWS Cost and Usage Report is incorrect. The AWS Cost and Usage Report lists AWS usage for each service category used by an account and its IAM users in hourly or daily line items, as well as any tags that you have activated for cost allocation purposes. Next question. A user has limited knowledge of AWS services, but wants to quickly deploy a scalable Node.js application in an Amazon VPC. Which service should be used to deploy the application? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EC2. Option 2. Amazon Lightsail. Option 3. AWS CloudFormation. Option 4. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Explanation. AWS Elastic Beanstalk is an easy-to-use service for deploying and scaling web applications and services developed with Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Python, Ruby, Go, and Docker on familiar servers such as Apache, Nginx, Passenger, and Ease. You can simply upload your code and Elastic Beanstalk automatically handles the deployment, from capacity provisioning, load balancing, auto-scaling to application health monitoring. At the same time, you retain full control over the AWS resources powering your application and can access the underlying resources at any time. Correct, AWS Elastic Beanstalk is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Lightsail is incorrect. Lightsail is a good service to use when you don't have good knowledge of AWS. However, you cannot deploy a scalable Node.js application into a VPC. Incorrect, AWS CloudFormation is incorrect. CloudFormation is used for automating the deployment of infrastructure resources in AWS. Incorrect, Amazon EC2 is incorrect. This would require more expertise than using Elastic Beanstalk. Next question. A cloud practitioner is re-architecting a monolithic application. Which design principles for cloud architecture do AWS recommend? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Implement manual scalability. Option 2. Use self-managed servers. Option 3. Rely on individual components. Option 4. Design for scalability. Option 5. Implement loose coupling. And the correct answers are Option 4. Design for scalability. And Option 5. Implement loose coupling. Explanation. Dependencies such as queuing systems, streaming systems, workflows, and load balancers are loosely coupled. Loose coupling helps isolate behavior of a component from other components that depend on it, increasing resiliency and agility. AWS recommend that you architect applications that scale horizontally to increase aggregate workload availability. This scaling should be automatic where possible. Correct. Implement loose coupling is a correct answer. Correct. Design for scalability is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Implement manual scalability is incorrect. AWS do not recommend manual processes. Everything should be automated as much as possible. Incorrect. Use self-managed servers is incorrect. AWS do not recommend using self-managed servers. They do recommend using serverless services if you can. Incorrect. Rely on individual components is incorrect. This is not a best practice. You should never rely on individual components. It is better to build redundancy into the system so the failure of an individual component does not affect the functioning of the application. Next question. Which AWS service helps customers meet corporate, contractual, and regulatory compliance requirements for data security by using dedicated hardware appliances within the AWS cloud? And the options are Option 1. AWS Secrets Manager. Option 2. AWS Directory Service. Option 3. AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS. Option 4. AWS Cloud HSM. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Cloud HSM. Explanation. The AWS Cloud HSM service helps you meet corporate, contractual, and regulatory compliance requirements for data security by using dedicated hardware security module, HSM, instances within the AWS cloud. AWS Cloud HSM enables you to easily generate and use your own encryption keys on the AWS cloud. Correct. AWS Cloud HSM is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Secrets Manager is incorrect. AWS Secrets Manager enables you to easily rotate, manage, and retrieve database credentials, API keys, and other secrets throughout their lifecycle. Incorrect. AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS, is incorrect. This service is also involved with creating and managing encryption keys but does not use dedicated hardware. Incorrect. AWS Directory Service is incorrect. AWS Directory Service for Microsoft Active Directory, also known as AWS Managed Microsoft AD, enables your directory-aware workloads and AWS resources to use Managed Active Directory in the AWS cloud. Next question. A new user is unable to access any AWS services. What is the most likely explanation? And the options are Option 1. By default, new users are created without access to any AWS services. Option 2. The user needs to log in with a key pair. Option 3. The services are currently unavailable. Option 4. The default limit for user logons has been reached. And the correct answer is Option 1. By default, new users are created without access to any AWS services. Explanation. By default, new users are created with no access to any AWS services. They can only log in to the AWS console. You must apply permissions to users to allow them to access services. The recommended way to do this is to organize users into groups and then apply permissions policies to the group. Correct. By default, new users are created without access to any AWS services is the correct answer. Incorrect. The user needs to log in with a key pair is incorrect. Key pairs are used for programmatic access using the API, so they are required for API access only. Incorrect. The services are currently unavailable is incorrect, as it is far more likely that the user just doesn't have permissions. Incorrect. The default limit for user logons has been reached is incorrect, as there is no limit for user logons. Next question. Which technology can automatically adjust compute capacity as demand for an application increases or decreases? And the options are Option 1. Auto-scaling. Option 2. High availability. Option 3. Fault tolerance. Option 4. Load balancing. And the correct answer is Option 1. Auto-scaling. Explanation. Amazon EC2 auto-scaling helps you maintain application availability and allows you to automatically add or remove EC2 instances according to conditions you define. You can use the fleet management features of EC2 auto-scaling to maintain the health and availability of your fleet. You can also use the dynamic and predictive scaling features of EC2 auto-scaling to add or remove EC2 instances. Dynamic scaling responds to changing demand, and predictive scaling automatically schedules the right number of EC2 instances based on predicted demand. Dynamic scaling and predictive scaling can be used together to scale faster. The image below shows an example where an auto-scaling group is configured to ensure the average CPU of instances in the ASG does not exceed 60%. An additional instance is being launched as the actual load is 71.5%. Correct, auto-scaling is the correct answer. Incorrect, load balancing is incorrect. Load balancing is not about compute capacity but ensuring connections are distributed across multiple instances. Incorrect, fault tolerance is incorrect. Fault tolerance is related to the architecture of an application that ensures that the failure of any single component does not affect the application. Incorrect, high availability is incorrect. High availability ensures the maximum uptime for your application by designing the system to recover from failure. Next question. A service control policy, SCP, is used to manage the maximum available permissions and is associated with which of the following? Service control policies, SCPs, manage permissions for which of the following? And the options are: Option 1. AWS organizations. Option 2. AWS Global Infrastructure. Option 3. Availability zones. Option 4. AWS regions. And the correct answer is Option 1. AWS organizations. Explanation. Service control policies, SCPs, are a type of organization policy that you can use to manage permissions in your organization. SCPs offer central control over the maximum available permissions for all accounts in your organization. SCPs are associated with AWS organizations and help you to ensure your accounts stay within your organization's access control guidelines. SCPs are available only in an organization that has all features enabled. Correct, AWS organizations is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Global Infrastructure is incorrect. SCPs are not associated with the AWS Global Infrastructure. Incorrect, AWS regions is incorrect. SCPs are not associated with AWS regions. Incorrect, availability zones is incorrect. SCPs are not associated with availability zones. Next question. An application has highly dynamic usage patterns. Which characteristics of the AWS cloud make it cost-effective for this type of workload? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Elasticity. Option 2. Reliability. Option 3. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Option 4. Strict security. Option 5. High availability. And the correct answers are Option 1. Elasticity. And Option 3. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Explanation. AWS is a cost-effective for dynamic workloads because it is elastic, meaning your workload can scale based on demand. And because you only pay for what you use, pay-as-you-go pricing. Correct, elasticity is the correct answer. Correct, pay-as-you-go pricing is the correct answer. Incorrect, high availability is incorrect. This is not a characteristic that results in cost-effectiveness. Incorrect, strict security is incorrect. This is not a characteristic that results in cost-effectiveness. Incorrect, reliability is incorrect. This is not a characteristic that results in cost-effectiveness. Next question. An e-commerce company plans to use the AWS cloud to quickly deliver new functionality in an iterative manner, minimizing the time to market. Which feature of the AWS cloud provides this functionality? And the options are: Option 1. Elasticity. Option 2. Agility. Option 3. Fault tolerance. Option 4. Cost effectiveness. And the correct answer is Option 2. Agility. Explanation. In a cloud computing environment, new IT resources are only a click away, which means that you reduce the time to make those resources available to your developers from weeks to just minutes. This results in a dramatic increase in agility for the organization, since the cost and time it takes to experiment and develop is significantly lower. Correct. Agility is the correct answer. Incorrect. Elasticity is incorrect. Elasticity enables infrastructure to scale based on demand and helps applications perform and be cost-effective. It does not reduce time to market. Incorrect. Fault tolerance is incorrect as this is involved with ensuring applications stay available in the event of a fault. Incorrect. Cost-effectiveness is incorrect. The AWS cloud can be cost-effective, but this is not the benefit that allows faster time to market. Next question. Which of the following is an advantage for a company running workloads in the AWS cloud versus on-premises? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Increased productivity for application development teams. Option 2. Higher acquisition costs to support elastic workloads. Option 3. Increased time to market for new application features. Option 4. Less staff time is required to launch new workloads. Option 5. Lower overall utilization of server and storage systems. And the correct answers are: Option 1. Increased productivity for application development teams. And Option 4. Less staff time is required to launch new workloads. Explanation. Using AWS cloud services can help development teams to be more productive as they spend less time working on the infrastructure layer as it is provided for them. This additionally means launching new workloads requires less time as you can automate the implementation of the application and there is no underlying hardware layer to configure. Correct. Less staff time is required to launch new workloads is a correct answer. Correct. Increased productivity for application development teams is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Increased time to market for new application features is incorrect. AWS services should decrease time to market, not increase time. Incorrect. Higher acquisition costs to support elastic workloads is incorrect. The acquisition cost should be lower, not higher. Incorrect. Lower overall utilization of server and storage systems is incorrect. This is not a benefit of moving to the cloud. Next question. Which of the following statements are correct about the benefits of AWS Direct Connect? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Quick to implement. Option 2. Uses redundant paths across the internet. Option 3. Lower cost than a VPN. Option 4. Increased bandwidth, predictable bandwidth. Option 5. Increased reliability, predictable performance. And the correct answers are: Option 4. Increased bandwidth, predictable bandwidth. And Option 5. Increased reliability, predictable performance. Explanation. AWS Direct Connect is a network service that provides an alternative to using the internet to connect customers' on-premise sites to AWS. Data is transmitted through a private network connection between AWS and a customer's data center or corporate network. Benefits of AWS Direct Connect: reduce cost when using large volumes of traffic. Increase reliability, predictable performance. Increase bandwidth, predictable bandwidth. Decrease latency. Correct. Increased reliability, predictable performance, is a correct answer. Correct. Increased bandwidth, predictable bandwidth, is also a correct answer. Incorrect. Quick to implement is incorrect. Direct Connect is not fast to implement as it can take weeks to months to set up. Use VPN for fast deployment times. Incorrect. Lower cost than a VPN is incorrect. Direct Connect is more expensive than VPN. Incorrect. Uses redundant paths across the internet is incorrect. Direct Connect uses private network connections. It does not use redundant paths over the internet. Next question. Which AWS support plan comes with a Technical Account Manager, TAM? And the options are: Option 1. Basic. Option 2. Business. Option 3. Enterprise. Option 4. Developer. And the correct answer is Option 3. Enterprise. Explanation. Only the Enterprise plan comes with a TAM. Correct. Enterprise is the correct answer. Incorrect. Basic is incorrect as this plan does not come with a TAM. Incorrect. Developer is incorrect as this plan does not come with a TAM. Incorrect. Business is incorrect as this plan does not come with a TAM. Next question. Which AWS service or feature can be used to capture information about inbound and outbound IP traffic on network interfaces in a VPC? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Cloud Trail. Option 2. VPC Endpoint. Option 3. Internet Gateway. Option 4. VPC Flow Logs. And the correct answer is Option 4. VPC Flow Logs. Explanation. VPC Flow Logs is a feature that enables you to capture information about the IP traffic going to and from network interfaces in your VPC. Flow log data can be published to Amazon CloudWatch Logs or Amazon S3. After you've created a flow log, you can retrieve and view its data in the chosen destination. Flow logs can help you with a number of tasks, such as diagnosing overly restrictive security group rules, monitoring the traffic that is reaching your instance, determining the direction of the traffic to and from the network interfaces. Flow log data is collected outside of the path of your network traffic, and therefore does not affect network throughput or latency. You can create or delete flow logs without any risk of impact to network performance. Correct. VPC flow logs is the correct answer. Incorrect. Internet gateway is incorrect. An internet gateway is attached to a VPC and used for sending and receiving data from the internet. Incorrect. AWS CloudTrail is incorrect. CloudTrail is used for auditing API activity. Incorrect. VPC endpoint is incorrect. VPC endpoints are used for connecting to public AWS services using private IP addresses. Next question. Which service allows an organization to view operational data from multiple AWS services through a unified user interface and automate operational tasks? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Ops Works. Option 2. AWS Systems Manager. Option 3. Amazon Cloud Watch. Option 4. AWS Config. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Systems Manager. Explanation. AWS Systems Manager gives you visibility and control of your infrastructure on AWS. Systems Manager provides a unified user interface so you can view operational data from multiple AWS services and allows you to automate operational tasks across your AWS resources. Correct. AWS Systems Manager is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Config is incorrect. AWS Config is a fully managed service that provides you with an AWS resource inventory, configuration history, and configuration change notifications to enable security and regulatory compliance. Incorrect. AWS Ops Works is incorrect. AWS Ops Works is a configuration management service that provides managed instances of Chef and Puppet. Incorrect. Amazon CloudWatch is incorrect. Amazon CloudWatch is a monitoring service for AWS cloud resources and the applications you run on AWS. You use CloudWatch for performance monitoring, not automating operational tasks. Next question. How does the consolidated billing feature of AWS organizations treat reserved instances that were purchased by another account in the organization? And the options are: Option 1. All accounts in the organization are treated as one account so any account can receive the hourly cost benefit. Option 2. Only the master account can benefit from the hourly cost benefit of the reserved instances. Option 3. All accounts in the organization are treated as one account for volume discounts but not for reserved instance. Option 4. AWS organizations does not support any volume or reserved instance benefits across accounts, it is just a method of aggregating bills. And the correct answer is Option 1. All accounts in the organization are treated as one account so any account can receive the hourly cost benefit. Explanation. For billing purposes, the consolidated billing feature of AWS organizations treats all the accounts in the organization as one account. This means that all accounts in the organization can receive the hourly cost benefit of reserved instances that are purchased by any other account. Correct. All accounts in the organization are treated as one account so any account can receive the hourly cost benefit is the correct answer. Incorrect. Only the master account can benefit from the hourly cost benefit of the reserved instances is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect. All accounts in the organization are treated as one account for volume discounts but not for reserved instances is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect. AWS organizations does not support any volume or reserved instance benefits across accounts, it is just a method of aggregating bills is incorrect as explained above. Question 136. An Amazon EC2 instance running the Amazon Linux 2 AMI is billed in what increment? And the options are: Option 1. Per hour. Option 2. Per second. Option 3. Per CPU. Option 4. Per gigabyte. And the correct answer is Option 2. Per second. Explanation. Amazon EC2 instances running Linux are billed in 1-second increments, with a minimum of 60 seconds. Correct, per second is the correct answer. Incorrect, per hour is incorrect. You do not pay per hour. Incorrect, per CPU is incorrect. You do not pay per CPU. Incorrect, per gigabyte is incorrect. You pay for Amazon EBS on a per gigabyte of provisioned storage basis. Next question. To gain greater discounts, which services can be reserved? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Amazon S3. Option 2. Amazon Redshift. Option 3. Amazon CloudWatch. Option 4. Amazon DynamoDB. Option 5. AWS Lambda. And the correct answers are: Option 2. Amazon Redshift. And Option 4. Amazon DynamoDB. Explanation. Reservations provide you with greater discounts, up to 75%, by paying for capacity ahead of time. Some of the services you can reserve include EC2, DynamoDB, Elasticache, RDS, and Redshift. Correct, Amazon Redshift is a correct answer. Correct, Amazon DynamoDB is also a correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon S3 is incorrect. You cannot reserve Amazon S3, you pay for what you use. Incorrect, AWS Lambda is incorrect. AWS Lambda is a service that provides functions and cannot be reserved. Incorrect, Amazon CloudWatch is incorrect. You cannot reserve Amazon CloudWatch, which is a monitoring service. Next question. Which IAM entity can be used for assigning permissions to multiple users? And the options are: Option 1. IAM password policy. Option 2. IAM group. Option 3. IAM role. Option 4. IAM user. And the correct answer is Option 2. IAM group. Explanation. Groups are collections of users and have policies attached to them. You can use groups to assign permissions to multiple users. To do this, place the users in the group and then create an IAM policy with the correct permissions and attach it to the group. You do not use an IAM user, role, or password policy to assign permissions to multiple users. Correct, IAM group is the correct answer. Incorrect, IAM user is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect, IAM role is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect, IAM password policy is incorrect as explained above. Next question. How can an organization track resource inventory and configuration history for the purpose of security and regulatory compliance? And the options are: Option 1. Run a report with AWS Artifact. Option 2. Create an Amazon Cloud Trail. Option 3. Implement Amazon Guard Duty. Option 4. Configure AWS config with the resource types. And the correct answer is Option 4. Configure AWS config with the resource types. Explanation. AWS config is a fully managed service that provides you with an AWS resource inventory, configuration history, and configuration change notifications to enable security and regulatory compliance. Correct, configure AWS config with the resource types is the correct answer. Incorrect, create an Amazon Cloud Trail is incorrect. Cloud Trail tracks API activity. This means it is used to monitor who does what on Amazon. It does not provide a resource inventory or configuration history. Incorrect, implement Amazon Guard Duty is incorrect. Amazon Guard Duty offers threat detection and continuous security monitoring for malicious or unauthorized behavior to help you protect your AWS accounts and workloads. Incorrect, run a report with AWS Artifact is incorrect. AWS Artifact is used for obtaining on-demand security and compliance reports and select online agreements. This service provides access to AWS security and compliance reports such as SOAK and PCI. You don't use Artifact to track your own resource inventory and configuration history. Next question. Which service can be used to create sophisticated, interactive graph applications? And the options are: Option 1. AWS X-Ray. Option 2. Amazon Redshift. Option 3. Amazon Athena. Option 4. Amazon Neptune. And the correct answer is Option 4. Amazon Neptune. Explanation. Amazon Neptune is a fast, reliable, fully managed graph database service that makes it easy to build and run applications that work with highly connected datasets. With Amazon Neptune, you can create sophisticated, interactive graph applications that can query billions of relationships in milliseconds. Correct, Amazon Neptune is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon Redshift is incorrect. Amazon Redshift is a fast, scalable data warehouse that makes it simple and cost-effective to analyze all your data across your data warehouse and data lake. Incorrect, AWS X-Ray is incorrect. AWS X-Ray helps developers analyze and debug production, distributed applications, such as those built using a microservices architecture. Incorrect, Amazon Athena is incorrect. Amazon Athena is an interactive query service that makes it easy to analyze data in Amazon S3 using standard SQL. Next question. Which AWS service lets you use Chef and Puppet to automate how servers are configured, deployed, and managed across your Amazon EC2 instances or on-premises compute environments? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option 2. AWS Ops Works. Option 3. AWS Cloud Formation. Option 4. AWS Systems Manager. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Ops Works. Explanation. AWS Ops Works is a configuration management service that provides managed instances of Chef and Puppet. Ops Works lets you use Chef and Puppet to automate how servers are configured, deployed, and managed across your Amazon EC2 instances or on-premises compute environments. Correct, AWS Ops Works is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Elastic Beanstalk is incorrect. This service does not use Chef or Puppet. Incorrect, AWS Cloud Formation is incorrect. This service does not use Chef or Puppet. Incorrect, AWS Systems Manager is incorrect. This service does not use Chef or Puppet. Next question. Which database allows you to scale at the push of a button without incurring any downtime? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EMR. Option 2. Amazon RDS. Option 3. Amazon Redshift. Option 4. Amazon DynamoDB. And the correct answer is Option 4. Amazon DynamoDB. Explanation. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database service that provides fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability. Push-button scaling means that you can scale the DB at any time without incurring downtime. All other databases are based on EC2 instances and therefore you must increase the instance size to scale, which will incur downtime. Correct, Amazon DynamoDB is the correct answer. Incorrect, Amazon RDS is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect, Amazon EMR is incorrect as explained above. Incorrect, Amazon Redshift is incorrect as explained above. Next question. Which service can be used to cost-effectively move exabytes of data into AWS? And the options are: Option 1. S3 Transfer Acceleration. Option 2. S3 Cross-Region Replication, CRR. Option 3. AWS Snowball. Option 4. AWS Snowmobile. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Snowmobile. Explanation. With AWS Snowmobile you can move 100 petabytes per snowmobile. AWS call this an exabyte scale data transfer service. Correct, AWS Snowmobile is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Snowball is incorrect. With AWS Snowball you can move up to 80 terabytes per device. AWS call this a petabyte scale data transfer service. Incorrect, S3 Transfer Acceleration is incorrect. S3 Transfer Acceleration is meant speed up uploads to Amazon S3 but would not be used for exabytes of data. Incorrect, S3 Cross-Region Replication, CRR, is incorrect. S3 Cross-Region Replication is used for copying data between regions, not into AWS. It is also unsuitable for moving such a huge amount of data. Next question. A company has a website that delivers static content from an Amazon S3 bucket to users from around the world. Which AWS service will deliver the content with low latency? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon CloudFront. Option 2. AWS Lambda. Option 3. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option 4. AWS Global Accelerator. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon CloudFront. Explanation. Amazon CloudFront is a content delivery network, CDN, and can use an Amazon S3 bucket configured as a static website as an origin for the content as caches globally. CloudFront reduces latency for global users by serving the requested content from a local cache. Correct, Amazon CloudFront is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Lambda is incorrect. Lambda is a serverless compute service that runs code in response to triggers. Incorrect, AWS Elastic Beanstalk is incorrect. Elastic Beanstalk is a platform as a service offering that is used to run applications on a managed platform. Incorrect, AWS Global Accelerator is incorrect. Global Accelerator is used to direct traffic to application endpoints in different regions using the AWS Global Network. It does not cache content and would not be used in front of an S3 bucket. Next question. When using Amazon IAM, what authentication methods are available to use? Select 2. And the options are: Option 1. Client certificates. Option 2. ICE 256. Option 3. Access keys. Option 4. Server certificates. Option 5. AWS KMS. And the correct answers are Option 3. Access keys. And Option 4. Server certificates. Explanation. Supported authentication methods include console passwords, access keys and server certificates. Access keys are a combination of an access key ID and a secret access key and can be used to make programmatic calls to AWS. Server certificates are SSL/TLS certificates that you can use to authenticate with some AWS services. Correct, access keys is a correct answer. Correct, server certificates is also a correct answer. Incorrect, client certificates is incorrect. Client certificates are not a valid IAM authentication method. Incorrect, AWS KMS is incorrect. AWS Key Management Service, KMS, is used for managing encryption keys and is not used for authentication. Incorrect, ICE 256 is incorrect. ICE 256 is an encryption algorithm, not an authentication method. Next question. Which AWS service does API Gateway integrate with to enable users from around the world to achieve the lowest possible latency for API requests and responses? And the options are: Option 1. AWS Lambda. Option 2. AWS Direct Connect. Option 3. Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration. Option 4. Amazon CloudFront. And the correct answer is Option 4. Amazon CloudFront. Explanation. Amazon CloudFront is used as the public endpoint for API Gateway. Provides reduced latency and distributed denial of service protection through the use of CloudFront. Correct, Amazon CloudFront is the correct answer. Incorrect, AWS Direct Connect is incorrect. AWS Direct Connect is a cloud service solution that makes it easy to establish a dedicated network connection from your premises to AWS. Incorrect, Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration is incorrect. Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration is a bucket-level feature that enables faster data transfers to and from Amazon S3. Incorrect, AWS Lambda is incorrect. AWS Lambda lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers. Next question. Which Amazon EC2 pricing model is the most cost-effective for an always-up, right-sized database server running a project that will last 1 year? And the options are: Option 1. Convertible reserved instances. Option 2. On-demand instances. Option 3. Spot instances. Option 4. Standard reserved instances. And the correct answer is Option 4. Standard reserved instances. Explanation. Reserved instances, REIs, provide you with a significant discount, up to 72%, compared to on-demand instance pricing. Standard reserved instances offer the most cost savings. REIs are based on a 1 or 3 year contract, so they are suitable for workloads that will run for the duration of the contract period. Correct, standard reserved instances is the correct answer. Incorrect. Convertible reserved instances is incorrect. You have the flexibility to change families, OS types, and tenancies while benefiting from repricing when you use convertible res. However, this is not required for a right-sized server. Incorrect. On-demand instances is incorrect. This pricing model offers not discounts. Incorrect. Spot instances is incorrect. Though you can achieve greater cost savings with spot instances, the instances can be terminated when AWS need the capacity back. Next question. Which service provides the ability to simply upload applications and have AWS handle the deployment details of capacity provisioning, load balancing, auto-scaling, and application health monitoring? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon EC2 Auto-Scaling. Option 2. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option 3. AWS Ops Works. Option 4. Amazon EC2. And the correct answer is Option 2. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Explanation. AWS Elastic Beanstalk can be used to quickly deploy and manage applications in the AWS cloud. Developers upload applications and Elastic Beanstalk handles the deployment details of capacity provisioning, load balancing, auto-scaling, and application health monitoring. Considered a platform as a service, PaaS, solution. Supports Java, .NET, PHP, Node, JS, Python, Ruby, Go, and Docker web applications. Correct. AWS Elastic Beanstalk is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon EC2 is incorrect. Amazon EC2 is an IaaS solution that provides unmanaged instances that you can deploy with a variety of operating systems. Incorrect. Amazon EC2 auto-scaling is incorrect. Amazon EC2 auto-scaling provides elasticity for your applications by automatically launching or terminating EC2 instances according to application load or schedules you define. Incorrect. AWS Ops Works is incorrect. AWS Ops Works provides a managed service for Chef and Puppet. This service is involved with automation and configuration management. Next question. Which AWS service can be used to track the activity of users on AWS? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Cloud Watch. Option 2. Amazon Inspector. Option 3. AWS Directory Service. Option 4. AWS Cloud Trail. And the correct answer is Option 4. AWS Cloud Trail. Explanation. AWS Cloud Trail is a service that enables governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing of your AWS account. With Cloud Trail, you can log, continuously monitor, and retain account activity related to actions across your AWS infrastructure. Think of Cloud Trail as an auditing service, who did what and when, and Cloud Watch as a performance monitoring service, how much resource was used. Correct. AWS Cloud Trail is the correct answer. Incorrect. AWS Directory Service is incorrect. This service provides several options for running directory services on AWS and connecting to directory services on premises. Incorrect. Amazon Inspector is incorrect. Amazon Inspector is an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. Incorrect. Amazon Cloud Watch is incorrect. Cloud Watch is used for performance monitoring, not auditing. Next question. Which statement best describes Amazon Route 53? And the options are: Option 1. Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable domain name system, DNS, service. Option 2. Amazon Route 53 is a service for distributing incoming connections between a fleet of registered EC2 instances. Option 3. Amazon Route 53 enables hybrid cloud models by extending an organization's on-premise networks into the AWS cloud. Option 4. Amazon Route 53 is a service that enables routing within VPCs in an account. And the correct answer is Option 1. Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable domain name system, DNS, service. Explanation. Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable cloud domain name system, DNS, web service. It is designed to give developers and businesses an extremely reliable and cost-effective way to route end users to Internet applications by translating names like www. Example. COM into the numeric IP addresses like 192.0.2.1 that computers use to connect to each other. Amazon Route 53 is fully compliant with IPv6 as well. Correct. Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable domain name system, DNS, service is the correct answer. Incorrect. Amazon Route 53 is a service that enables routing within VPCs in an account is incorrect. The VPC router performs routing within a VPC. Incorrect. Amazon Route 53 enables hybrid cloud models by extending an organization's on-premise networks into the AWS cloud is incorrect. Direct Connect enables hybrid cloud models by extending an organization's on-premise networks into the AWS cloud. Incorrect. Amazon Route 53 is a service for distributing incoming connections between a fleet of registered EC2 instances is incorrect. Autoscaling is a service for distributing incoming connections between a fleet of registered EC2 instances. Thank you for watching this video. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.